back to it. What were we talking about?
So we gotta WeaponX has to talk about what he's been watching. We never got to him.
What I've been watching Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's basically, I forget what channel it's on, but it's basically this girl who can hear people's innermost thoughts and feelings through song and musical numbers. Like whatever somebody's feeling, she can see it, and like they'll be like doing a musical number and stuff like that, and that tells her exactly how they're feeling at that moment. So I've been watching that. That's on season 2 right now. And I also just started an anime called The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, which sounds really stupid. When I start watching, I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool because it's like this guy who he comes from the real world, he dies, and then he winds up, being transported to this, this fantasy type world as a slime. But the thing is, he's this slime that like can absorb like all this different stuff. So he like defeats a monster and absorbs the monster, and then he has the monster's powers, and he can like he can change into the monster after he done absorbed him as a slime and stuff like that. And like it sounded so stupid. That's why like for a while I didn't even give it a chance. But then like now that I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. It's kind of like an action comedy.
Gotcha.
But, yeah. Time I got reincarnated as a slime.
And that's on what, Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll?
I'm watching it on Funimation. I don't know what else is actually.
Oh, so it's an anime. It's an anime.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought this was all like action. I was like, this sounds insane.
Right?
If you guys don't know, since he brought up Funimation, if you have a PlayStation Plus subscription right now, you get a free month of Funimation. I believe it's a month. So if you guys have PlayStation Plus, go ahead and get that Funimation.
Yeah, if you don't have PlayStation Plus, stop watching.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Whoa.
Period.
Well, don't do that. Don't.
No, let's definitely divide the camp right now.
PlayStation sucks.
Yo, disconnected.
Anybody want this PS5? I don't even want it. All right, so now that we've gone through that, this is so we've talked about this here and there, but we never had like a full-fledged like definitive like opinion on what we're expecting out of this. So they just announced there's new casting for the Last of Us show on HBO. So his name's Gabriel Luna. He played as Ghost Rider in Agents of Shield. He's casted as Tommy, which is Joel's brother. Joel's being played by Pedro Pascal, and then the girl from Game of Thrones is gonna be Ellie. I don't know her name. I'm sorry, but
so they all look Latino, basically.
Yeah, basically, they're gonna be a Southern accent Latinos.
Joanne Ellie.
So, what are you guys' expectations on
I mean, I'm good
on
with
HBO?
it. I mean, I'm here for it. I like both of those actors. I like all three of the actors involved in the show so far. And I mean, other than when I kind of looked at Tommy, I looked at if anybody's seen Lost before. He kind of looked like the guy from Lost, but
I thought he looked like Brad Pitt from World War Z.
Yeah, that
that.
works. Yeah, that works too. But yeah, I'm good with the casting. Like I've like everybody that did the casting for the show so far. I've approved of. So I'm good with it. I'm here for it. I'm ready to do
it. So I do like the castings. The only one that really has to convince me, and this is gonna sound weird because of how she played it, but the actress for Ellie, she's gonna have to convince me that she can pull that off. Because as of right now, I don't like really see it. Like, yeah, she in Game of Thrones, she did play like the feisty little girl, but I wouldn't know. I wouldn't
say she was feisty in Game of Thrones. She had to be stoic and not a kid. You know what I mean? Like that's completely different. Like in this, she's just gonna be herself. Like that's how you play Ellie. Is just be yourself. Just be a kid. Because that's all Ellie is. She's just a 14-year-old who you know what I mean? Like that's all. Really, it's the dynamic is. it's really like she's just a random ass girl. Like when you first meet her, it's just like okay. There's really nothing special about Ellie. Like there's nothing that Ellie has that makes Ellie Ellie, other than she wants to find a cure. Like you just have to have a girl that's like, I got something bad happen to me and I want to make it right. Like
And she has to have a potty mouth. That's the other thing.
I think that's definitely gonna happen. It's got to.
So yeah, the casting so far has been great. I actually wanted Jamie Lannister to be Joel. That's who would have been my dream
I
casting.
think he could pull off the voice though.
That's
His voice is a little soft.
It doesn't matter what the voice is. That's people get too locked up in that.
Yeah, I was about to say, you better let go of the whole voice thing, man.
I feel like Joel's voice is iconic though.
Dude, it was iconic before he became the voice for everything, and now it's like, Christ, bro, dude. I'm playing Dirt 5 right now, and he's the narrator in this, and I'm like, really? You got to be the narrator for a Dirt
I believe
game?
he's the only guy to ever play Joker
he's like
and Batman.
he's a huge voice actor. Like
Bro, too much now. Like he did Joel, and then everyone's like, oh, come do my game. So it's like, it was
Nolan North.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like it was special, but now it's like Joel for me. Have any voice you want, you know what I mean. Like, and Pedro's gonna play it awesomely.
Yeah, definitely.
So, he's gonna have that rough little voice. Like Pedro can do that, like no problem.
Yeah.
It's just and honestly, yeah, it's like, where's Joel from? I don't think we know.
He's from Texas, Austin.
Is he?
Yeah, Austin. In the beginning of the game, it's definitely Austin. Like the exact roads of Austin, Texas.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, he's from Houston. Yeah, it's like Houston. Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Jackson? What are you expecting?
I mean, I don't really know much about the game from what I've what I've seen. Whoa.
What?
Hold on.
Bro.
We're not just gonna throw assumptions out there like that. But
no, Discord. Wait, bro.
Huh? But nah, I'm just waiting to kind of see it. Like, I want to see how Pedro Pascal's gonna do it. Because is he gonna do it is he gonna play it his own way, or is he gonna go with the voice? And if he it's gonna sound so weird. I want him to sound Spanish. Is it weird?
Yeah, they got a Hispanic Tommy, so there's definitely gonna be some Hispanic culture in there.
Right. But then it's also Tommy doesn't play a big part at all in the first game.
He doesn't.
At all.
They skip past the parts where he's part of Joel's life, like the 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Really, the only this show will have me because I could give a fuck about the humans. I don't care. Humans will be humans. It doesn't matter who you cast as a human part. You know what I mean? That's what an actor's role is. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What I want to see is the infected. That first still
clicker to be scary.
You know what I mean? I want to see how they do the clickers. I want to see the vibe that they go for. And
boomers too.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I want and the sound design of this show is really where I wanted to push, because that's what The Last of Us is really like. It's the sound, that.
Yeah. The clickers.
You hear them. I can see it in my head, and them clicker scenes, they need to be frightening. They need to be in the dark somewhere, That's gonna be. I need to.
Do you guys think they're gonna do the plot line in the game where it was Nolan North and he was the cannibal group that kidnapped Ellie, and he was kind of pedophile-ish, but they were dancing around that? You guys think they're gonna do that?
Absolutely.
They are adapting the game.
Maybe not the first season. It's probably one of them things they'll get around to though.
No, this show's definitely.
They're saying the first game is gonna be this season.
Yeah,
they're just fully adapting the game.
That story isn't a long story. It's mostly them traveling from, it's just it's a travel. It's like a road trip, basically. It's a road trip through the apocalypse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's all you need, because you're gonna have probably 10-hour-long episodes. So it's that's a lot of time to spend with these characters.
Well, here's my thing. I don't know are we sure like the first season is going to be exactly the first book? Because like after you burn through the first season, like after you burn through the first game, where do you go in the second season?
The
Like I feel
second,
like they could stretch. Yeah, I feel like they could stretch it out.
yeah,
True.
it's not gonna be like everyone needs to get away from this whole idea that you need fucking 10 seasons in a movie. Like,
Exactly.
dude,
No, I don't. But here's the
Watchmen?
thing: they're going to do more than one season.
Watchmen is the perfect example of where American TV shows need to go. It's
I
just,
agree.
here's your one season and go watch it. Because you know how hard it is to recommend someone to go watch a show? Because they're like, well, I gotta watch 10 seasons of that. And it's like, that's a lot of fucking time. You can tell someone, just watch Watchmen. It's its own little self-contained story. And, like, that's where it needs to go. This whole thing of stretching things out to be franchises is killing everything.
Yeah.
Well, here's
And they
my
start
thing.
doing
I
spin-offs, bro.
I don't
I
need it to
agree.
be more than one season, but there's no doubt in my mind it's going to be more than one season. No doubt in my mind.
No,
So
like,
they do have wiggle room
I'd rather
for.
just be one season so I could just rewatch it. Like, as soon as it ends, I could be like, let's, I don't know. It's more shareable. It allows to, like, I kind of like that Invincible is just 3 books. Like, 3 1,200-page books, and then it's done. Like, where it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. I don't need for it to just go on. Like, and that's why from day one of this podcast, I told you guys I fucking hate Superman comics. I hate Batman comics because they've been happening since the fucking 60s.
For real.
Like, just give me something to start and finish so I can move on to the next thing. Like,
So you like a lot of one shots and stuff like that. I'm like,
I mean,
it's more just I like just you having a story to tell. Like you like
having a defined ending, like a
Yeah,
planned
like-
ending.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
that
can fault you for that.
that story is gonna go from Joel losing his daughter to losing his you know what I mean? Like it's gonna tell that story that it told in the game, which is he lost his daughter and gained another one. And he doesn't want to lose her.
And at
That's
the end of the
pretty
first
much
game,
it.
like in
See,
between the
that's
2 games, there is like a time skip, so they can just tell the story of what happened between the 2 games if they
But
want.
also I'd say they don't do that. I say they don't do
don't
that.
want them to. Yeah, I agree with
I
you.
doubt. My thing is, I doubt they're going to go
I
with.
want people that don't have time to play the game to understand why Last of Us is so special.
That's the reason I was saying about them adapting the whole first season is I don't see them going into the second season anytime soon. Especially because the second season the second game. I don't see them like adapting the second game anytime.
No, the second game is
Nah, after
I
the
would say
reception, they're not doing.
it's unadaptable. It's unadaptable, right? Because it's about, or maybe it is because the whole Abby turn is incredible to play as that and to.
Yeah, that's what you lost me.
Yeah, but it's like a 3-year jump from the first. It's like a 3-year jump from the first game. So let's say cast a different actor for Ellie and stuff like that. I don't see them actually doing the time skip to the second game.
Yeah, because that is true. She's a whole 5 whole years older, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
She's 14 in the first game, and then she's 19 in the second game.
Something like that.
Yeah, so I don't see them casting a new actress unless they do. I mean, I don't. Maybe they.
And
do.
also, you don't need to. The Last of Us 2 isn't Ellie's story. Like they're trying to tell Joel and Ellie's story, right? Which is The Last of Us 1. Last of Us 2 is Abby's story. Point blank. Period. It's the inverse, whether you like it or not, John. It's Abby.
Oh, no, I agree.
Abby's a dope ass character, and yeah. She let Ellie, she's like, can we please just stop doing this? Come on. We've got families to get back to. Ellie lost everything. She's a fucking idiot, dude. She's a fucking idiot. She could have been face deep in pussy in the apocalypse, but no. No, now she can't even finish her fucking song. Oh, what a great game. I can't believe you didn't like the game, dude. Oh, my God. Bro, it's the best ending to a game.
I always say it's a great game. I definitely do think it's a great game. I just wasn't interested in what they did with it. It just wasn't something that made me feel how it was supposed to make me feel. So that's why I say it's not for me. I always say if you can't connect with Abby and like learn to forgive her or like learn her
Did it make you feel
like what
angry?
she and not for Abby. I
I-
hated playing
It
as
made-
Abby like
it
every
made you
second.
feel angry.
Like I definitely connected with the Ellie part of the game more than Abby. And
Yes,
obviously that's
you're
because
angry at it. You were angry at Abby.
yeah, I was angry at Abby the
Okay,
whole
so the
time and
game succeeded.
I never got over my anger for her and that's why it didn't work for
Awesome.
me.
So the game succeeded amazingly because I hate Ellie now. Like I'm on Team Abby, you're Team Ellie. Like there's no wrong way. Like we're gonna hate it 50% of the time because eventually,
Yeah.
like after I played as Abby, I was like, oh, I fucking hate Ellie and I don't want to play as her again.
When
Let's
you're
just-
playing as Abby and you're fighting Ellie, I'd let myself die like 6 times before
Nah,
I
I
like
fucking
using
wanted a boof. I'm so
Don't get too many spoilers into the end of it because I've never finished.
Oh,
I'm this close at the Abby part or whatever. That
fuck, dude. Let's just say, oh god, bro, Abby should have crossed. Oh god, finish the game, Weaponer.
Finish the game, man.
Uh,
Finish. I'm surprised you haven't been spoiled.
But like you see how, like you see the two timelines of like conversion between the characters, and you see like all these people that Abby's cool with that
Such an awesome
just
thing,
going
bro,
around
where
murdering.
the dogs eventually had names. Where like on my second playthrough, I was like, "Yo, come here, Rex. Let me shoot you in the head." Like it's
And
cool.
Ellie goes through murdering all of them.
Everyone has names, and it's like,
But the
oh,
thing is, how can you hate Ellie after what they didn't did to Joel?
wait, what? Say that again.
I think what Abby did to Joel, how can you hate what Ellie did to Abby's friend?
Because Abby did that to a person. Joel did that to humanity.
Yeah, but you could go into that saying if they did
What do
do
you-
the vaccine, how are they going to distribute
What do I
that?
care what one
the world's
person
done
does?
to shit.
No, but here's the thing: there's no guarantee that they could have felt like they were going to find the cure if they did what they did to Ellie. She could have died,
There
and
was
then
no
they still
guarantee.
would've got the cure. There was no guarantee.
But there was
I
still a
get it, it's like-
possibility. But there was still a
It's
possibility.
possibility,
Yeah,
but
but
there was no guarantee.
my
So, like,
point is,
the girl
if
that
they-
I care about could have died.
if they did get the cure, how are they going to distribute it? Like it's been 20 years of apocalypse. Like you're not coming back from that.
Humans are resilient, man. Anyway, it's just Joel murdered her fucking dad. So that's a direct. This isn't a
That's my
surrogate
thing.
daughter. This isn't like this is like, yo, this is my papa. You killed my papa. So would you feel bad if Joel's daughter, like it's like the Kill Bill thing of like, yo, your son's gonna come back to like it's propagating violence, and she stopped it where she was like, you know what? Because now I experienced this with whatever the
Like,
fuck.
yeah, don't get into spoilers. Remember,
I was about to say, don't get into spoilers. Yeah. But yeah, it's
Big
I get
people
where
know how to
everybody's
move
coming
on.
from. It's like everybody's getting revenge for something else that somebody else did. It's like, it's like an endless cycle.
Yeah.
You did this to me, now I'm hurting you, and then you hurt me. Well, I'm gonna go. It's the endless cycle.
Abby killed Joel and stopped at Joel. She let Ellie go. She was like, my revenge was just with him. Get out of here.
Well, here's the thing: Ellie didn't want to kill all those other people. She was going for Abby. It was just those other people were in her way.
Yeah, but why go, like, she didn't have to go after, like, just be like, oh shit, okay, like, I have Dina, I have so much other things to replace Joel. Like,
Replace Joel is a person to her. Joel was somebody very real and important to her. Like, I don't care, because here's the thing: she didn't know she did not know the reason Abby killed you. She didn't know why Abby did it. She didn't know any of this. So it's like, I understand where you're coming from. Like, that's her father figure. It's like, you murdered her father figure. Yes, she's gonna come after you. She didn't know why Abby did it. Maybe she, maybe she knew. I guess.
man, maybe we do need a season 2 of The Last of Us show, bro. So we can all have this conversation. Yeah, this shit is crazy.
So much
Like,
speculation.
that's a clear cut. It's like, yeah, Abby's getting revenge for him killing her father and the rest of the firefighters. Cool, but now Ellie's getting revenge for her killing Joel, who's somebody very important to her. So it's like, it's like an endless cycle.
And I can't.
I might mess around and end it today.
you might as well. How far did you get? Like, what's the last thing you remember?
Oh shit! I got really far in the Abby's timeline. I just
So you're not done with Abby yet?
no,
Did you get to the? Did you get back to the movie theater?
not with Abby.
No.
Okay, yeah, then
I would say that's like the most pivotal scene.
Yeah, I didn't get to the there with Abby now.
Okay.
Still got some way to go.
Have you
I think Drag.
have you discovered what
Huh?
Abby's most afraid of?
I haven't played it, but I don't care.
I said, have you discovered what Abby's most afraid of?
Afraid of.
Yeah.
like her big fear. Have you met Lev yet? Have you met Lev yet?
See, I haven't played it in so long, so I don't know.
Okay,
I
then
don't-
yeah.
Anyway, the next time you play as
I know
Abby,
where you-
I want you to go somewhere up real high and then turn the camera so it faces overhead, and
I love that.
then watch what happens.
I love that. I love that.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Naughty Dog's so special. Honestly, like it doesn't matter if you liked or get. It's just there's nothing else like it. Like even my girlfriend's like, when she watched me play other games compared to Last of Us, she was like, "Dude, this is something else. Like this don't look like a game."
That's why I love that they had the whole kids react, teens react stuff, and I love when they did the teens reacted to The Last of Us. Like I can watch people play like The Last of Us and react to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was enjoyable.
I love to watch people who never played it like play it for the first time because seeing how they like react to things, that's so.
Yeah, that
so
first
good.
20 minutes is probably one of the most special moments in gaming history.
You think so?
Absolutely. Every single time I'm on the verge
Yeah.
of tears.
That is where the game just like sinks its claws into you and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this
Where
is
it's like,
real.
wow, this is different.
Naughty Dog grew up.
Yeah.
Like, wow, holy
Compared to
shit.
Uncharted, Naughty Dog definitely grew up.
Baby girl, please, please, please. Last of Us. Holy shit. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like,
But,
they already got their first episode written. You know what I mean? Just do the first 20 minutes and stretch it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally show us the day, and then like have the middle of the episode be like, I'm selling drugs, and then we're like, oh, we
I
know.
sell hardcore drugs.
Just have that line. Word, like, dude, it's written for you.
Yeah. I just want to see him release a video on Twitter or something where he's like, where Pedro Pascal's just like, come on, Nelly. just do the voice once. I just want to hear it.
Yeah, just show us a photo of you in a flannel shirt.
With the backpack
And
and the
that's-
pipe on the shoulder.
Just anything. Hold a scissor. Hold anything. It all works. Hold a brick, bro.
Brother,
You
brick.
said brick.
I never picked up the bottles. I'd only use bricks.
Well, I mean, bro. Honestly, all you need is bricks in that game. That's the most OP weapon in the thing. Bottles or bricks.
Just
It doesn't
bricks
matter.
and run up, punch him.
Yep. This guy knows how to play the game. That's exactly it.
I played Resident Evil, so I know all about it.
Let me, Weapon, when you start playing the game again,
Because
you don't need
Abby
guns.
actually like get with the you gotta kind of be slick with Ellie, but Abby, she kind of gets with the
Bro, she's a fucking
My
US
nigga,
fighter.
I've
bro.
never seen anyone punch a zombie's head off before. Abby is the man.
When she had the tank top, I was like, bro, you're ripped, bro. What the hell?
Yeah. Dan, I'm so sad you don't have this woman. She literally would just like put them in chokehold and pop their heads off. It's bonkers. I love it.
I got a question for you guys though.
Yeah.
Have anybody played Mass Effect?
Yes.
Yeah.
I played a couple
No,
years ago. Yeah.
I played some of the first one. Never beat it.
First one aged horribly.
Platinumed all. I platinumed 2, and I never played 3.
Oh, you never played
Nah.
the show.
Would y'all love like if let's say a full budget, full
Yes, 1,000% funded already.
Yeah.
Why hasn't it not happened? Star Wars sucks.
Yeah.
It didn't make
Bro,
Mass
did you
Effect.
see Henry Cavill posted a picture, and then if you look in the background, it was like he was like doing research on Mass Effect. So there's rumors that they are doing a Mass Effect.
Give
like-
me that. Give me that.
This-
Give me the whole crew because I need to see.
Yeah. For real.
And the only way to do it is have both like a male and female shepherd. You have twins. That's it. So everyone.
Like Andromeda basically.
Yeah, like everyone has their canon shepherd, whether you want to be the male shepherd or female shepherd, because you're gonna piss them off either way you do it.
See, that's a good game to do a TV show off of, because there's so much fucking lore. Holy shit.
Oh,
yeah. That needs to be like an HBO show, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Amazon could do it. Amazon is doing The Expanse. They can do the same thing.
Nah, I don't trust that. You need millions of dollars per episode.
Amazon's got money, bro.
I need some Talia.
Wait. You guys know that Amazon is making a
who plays the Lizard Guy? Right? Sorry to cut you off. Who plays Lizard Guy? Like, you need that guy to go into full, like, makeup effect for every episode type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it would need to look good.
What you were saying, Dracula?
Amazon's doing a Lord of the Rings show. They bought the rights from Tolkien's family for like a dumb amount of money. So they have the money. It's Amazon, bro. Jeff Bezos is like always just teetering on being the richest man in the world. Like, bro.
I mean,
they have
the money, but do they want to spend it on that?
Do
That's
it.
the difference.
Yeah,
if you do it well,
money on
come
the
on.
rights. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think it's one of the biggest video games, like, franchise.
Imagine if the Witcher series had just like unlimited amount of money thrown at it. It's already good, but it could be better, and it would draw in people who don't play the video games, who've never read the books. Excuse me. You know what I mean? If they just sink a little bit more money into it, make it look a little more polished, people will refer their friends, and they'll be like, "This is a video game show." Trust me, the demand's out there.
A little off topic.
I'm sitting here. I was about to say I want to get that legendary edition and play it again. Honestly.
Yeah, because I've never played 3. You know what I mean? So I would love to like just have one shepherd go through with the whole story. But I'm excited. I was gonna say a little offshoot. Are you guys excited for the Metal Gear Solid movie?
For the Metal Gear Solid movie,
who's playing Solid Snake again?
Who's behind like directing?
It's someone with good pedigree, and he's actually like a huge fan of the series. And this guy, the guy from Rogue One, or not Rogue One, Star Wars, the guy who plays the new Han Solo. What's his name?
I don't know his name. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can see.
He's like in everything. He's like in that new.
He's in a lot of shit.
The people running that movie have to be as insane as Kojima is.
Here.
I mean, the only Metal Gear Solid game I played was what was the first one on PS5? I mean, not PS5. PS3.
Ground Zero? Oh,
Metal
Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, where at the end you knuckling with the bull on top of the I think it looked like a fucking plane or some shit. Like you at the end, like
you were fighting your brother's arm, which was attached to the world's greatest patriot, Ocelot. So his name was Liquid Ocelot. You were fighting him on top of a Metal Gear. And yeah, that game was fucking insanity.
Since we're speaking about this, I saw this. I was on Reddit and they were talking about Metal Gear. I saw someone comment like, "Yo, can someone give me a quick synopsis on what these games are about?" And everyone laughed at him.
Quick, bro.
Everyone just said ha 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 ha. It was funny.
Yeah.
I was like,
how do you even start? There's a Japanese English soldier in the 60s who's the world's greatest soldier who gets recruited to go to Vietnam by this other super soldier boss, and then it's like, what the f-? You have to go.
I still don't know the difference between Solid, Liquid, and Big Boss.
Okay, so the original is Naked Snake, which is Big Boss. He's like just the super soldier, basically, in like the 60s. He gets cloned, and it's Solid Snake is like the most perfect clone of him. You have Liquid, who's like has all the recessive traits of Naked Snake. Solid has all the dominant traits, so that's why he looks exactly like him. And then you have Solid as Snake, which was the president of the United States. and he was just like, yeah, some other
Fucking
thing.
insane.
Yeah, and it's basically just a story of his clone going to hunt off this weird splinter cell of super terrorists that were trying to destroy in Alaska. It's fucking awesome, actually. It would make a super dope movie.
My question, just
Yeah.
sidebar, not really sidebar. What was Kojima smoking?
Nothing, dude.
Want to know?
I stopped asking that when he was fighting those robots that moo like cows.
My nigga, dude, that whole shit was awesome.
I don't know why they moo, but they moo like cows, and they're giant robots.
It's
What the hell?
I feel like that would be so unnerving. Like being
Crazy
there.
thing about playing Metal Gear Solid 4 and not playing. I'm surprised I enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 4 as much as I did, and having not played any other game before.
I mean, the gameplay is crazy. What other game has Octo Camo, where you literally make your own camouflage shoots based on the environment around you, and you can like save it and then just be like, oh, I'm a tree now. Nope, I'm fucking bricks now. It's nuts. Like, the technology's crazy. There's no way to play that game unless you have a PS3, because the PS3 was the PS3. So
I'm about to play that. At some point, I'm gonna play that one where you get to approach any of the fights any way you want. It's like an open world type one.
The 5?
oh, dude, that's probably the best game of all time.
I heard people didn't
I
like
got
it.
it. I got it on my PS4. I just never actually said that.
My dude, just play the first mission in that game and tell me it's not the hypest.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid, the hospital? Yeah, I love the hospital.
No, not the hospital. It's like where you first are actually like
when you're,
in Afghanistan, like chasing the 3 tanks, and you have to chase them however you want, and it's like, what? That's the mission but they're fucking miles apart, and it's like, yeah, go get them, sneak, and it's like, oh shit.
It's like stealth open world, bro. It's
Fucking
insane.
David Bowe's playing in the background. You're just like, oh hell yeah. It's amazing.
That's another reason why I'm not that big into I don't immediately need a PS5 right now. I got so many games that I can play on my PS4 to play.
Every game plays. It's like playing them for the first time when you play them on PS5, for real.
Yeah, they boost frames and resolution and stuff.
It's just different.
I do want to play Devil May Cry 5 on the PS5. I do.
Yeah, like Devil May Cry and Ghost of Tsushima on PS5 are both 4K 60 frames. So.
But I don't even have a 4K TV. Yeah, I could.
You're missing out. Get it.
It's just,
Well, 4K is not as important as HDR. HDR is insane.
Yeah.
Once you get into HDR gaming, you can't go back.
Yeah, HDR. Honestly, like the minute you flip that thing, it's like, holy shit.
The colors, man, the colors.
Like I was playing Borderlands without HDR, and then I played Borderlands with HDR, and I was like, oh, now I can actually see the enemies and stuff. Like, it's crazy.
It's like a different world. So we got fully like off the course.
Way off topic.
So I wanted to kind of segue the Last of Us casting into our next topic. So I saw a tweet saying that was talking about like racial diversity in like movies and shows and stuff. So I wanted to ask, do you guys really think it matters as much as the internet makes it out to be? Or
Yeah.
I'm gonna point out Invincible is probably the best example of racial diversity in a show. You have people of all ages and sizes and nationalities and political backgrounds in that
it's
show.
not beat over your head too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's not their only character trait. Like, I'm the gay guy.
Especially
Right.
from reading the comic book, which was written in 2005, which was
Was it really 2005?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that old,
Damn.
Yeah, it was written a long time ago, dude.
I didn't read it till 2014.
Yeah, bro, exactly. So there's half the cast is just white, straight males in that, and then when you watch the show, the fact that they changed his girlfriend to being a black girl from the inner city, you know what I mean? And it works because you don't really care. She still plays her character. Like it's
her character trait isn't I'm black, or the best friend's character trait isn't I'm gay.
Yeah, like the fact that Invincible is actually Korean. Like I told you this, like they made him look a little bit like Steven Yeun. Like he has he looks.
I didn't even know it was Steven Yeun until I looked up the cast.
Like his mom looks a little Korean, like a little Korean American mix. You know what I mean? Like they look Asian a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense that he comes out looking the way he does, you know, 'cause whatever, you know,
Yeah.
he looks right, whatever. But they change a lot of characters. Shrinking Ray in the show is a female. In the comic, she's a male. Darkwing is black in the show. In the comic, he's white.
Yeah, I
Speaking of
saw that from
Darkwing,
the
if you didn't know,
panels.
he's Saladin in Destiny.
What'd you say?
The voice actor for Darkwing is Saladin in Destiny. If you guys
Oh, wow.
didn't know.
I think.
Yeah, Saladin's, that's the guy with like
He's the Crucible guy.
Yeah.
He's a rumble.
But yeah, there's just like a lot of differences, and they made it way more. Like if you have Amazon and you go to like the X-ray thing, like the cast is just you
They
can
show you the cast, yeah.
you can see it's just a wide.
Cast is loaded.
I was
too.
gonna say that it is loaded with like well-known people because I was just
Yeah,
pausing
Exactly.
when I was going, you know, at the end with the end credits and it shows like, you know, special voice appearances by, and it's just like list after list of people.
Oh,
I'm like,
speaking of which, did you guys catch Rick and
Justin
Morty
Roiland? Yes, dude.
Hey, fucking drunk Morty.
Immediately.
Which keeps in line with the comic, because in the comic book, dude, so many different universes clash with Invincible. Like, he fights Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus.
The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's fucking insane.
How?
Dude, I'll pull it up right now, bro. It's fucking
How?
nuts.
I mean,
Bond.
so wait,
He
what's the
fights
publisher?
Bond. He fights,
What's the publisher?
It's Image Comics.
Are they
They
owned by
don't
Marvel?
directly say it. He also fights Batman.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, it's nuts.
Shit. He can't even take care of Battle Beast at this point. He needs to fight.
Listen, bro. Battle Beast
Yeah.
put a hole in his chest.
Woo!
Sheesh.
I think that's the
We'll
first.
get there. We'll get there. But I mean, yeah, I think racial diversity matters in the show. I think it's, you know,
Mhm.
I mean, the show should reflect, you know, how the world outside is.
Exactly.
But,
If you have a show full of like one race, it's like that's cool. Okay. If it's filmed in a neighborhood where it's predominantly, you know, Asian people, then but you still have it look
Exactly.
like it just look like the area that it's supposed to be in. Try not to like. I hate when they not that they force it, but when they whitewash characters that shouldn't be whitewashed.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, bro. Like, I'm sure there's an actor out there that's clamoring for this job. Find them, please. Give them a shot. You never know.
Speaking of Asian shows, I've also watched the first episode of Kung Fu. That's the plot is a little basic, but it's, you know, Kung Fu is action and fight, so I'm good with that. But yeah, that's a completely Asian cast and like an Asian neighborhood and like same thing.
So yeah, I think it matters, but only when it feels genuine. Like like Netflix has a real problem with where it seems like they try to do like inclusion just to cross off the checklist, and it makes it feel like the character is just that. Like they always get like the black, like I always use this as an example, like when shows or movies bring in a black guy and all he does is say, "Oh hell no."
Oh my
Like
God.
that's always like a thing. Like
Yeah, don't bring characters in
that.
to be a stereotype. Don't bring them
like
in.
when Transformers bring in Tyrese just to say like funny shit all the time.
Well, he's
like-
he's the comedic relief.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and it's only there to like try to cross off that checklist.
Like-
I feel like if you're gonna do it, it has to be like genuine.
Yeah,
You
like
know what
it
I
should
wanna-
basically be like, okay, like it's. I don't even know. Like there really is no right way to do it. Right? It's just you just
It just needs to feel natural. Like, don't
Happy-
force
You
it.
know when it's not genuine.
you
Though.
just happen to color that character black, bruh.
That's
like-
my thing. Exactly. I don't need you to, if you cast a black character, to give them like this unique black storyline. I don't need it to be like, you know, them like adding like this, you know, some deep black story like
Yeah.
police brutality or some shit like that. I don't need you to add that in because you decide to add a black character. I just, they're a black character in the show. They add an Asian character. They don't need to have to deal with certain Asian things. I guess you can for it to be more genuine to say, well, they would deal with this as, an Asian American. They would deal with these type of things. Right. But I feel like it doesn't need to be that all the time. It can just be an Asian character in the show.
Now, I wanted to ask a question. Do you guys ever... So, what I really wanted to bring up was people say all the time that the character has to be their race to be able to identify and connect with that character. Do you feel that way? Does he have to be the same race as you?
Depends on how the character's written.
I think that's absolute It's cool to see, there's a movie coming out soon called In the Heights. It's probably gonna suck. It's probably gonna be cool. I don't know. But it's really fucking dope that now everyone in the world's gonna know Washington Heights, which is where I grew up. That's really special. That kind of makes me tear up. Whatever. So I understand now, personally now, what it feels like for when people to see, gay characters or trans characters or just another white character. Just to be that's a cool white dude. It don't matter. It's cool to see yourself up on screen. So,
but I've never watched something where I'm I've never watched something and noticed there's no Asian character, there's no Korean character. I never think like that. When I'm watching something, I just watch it for what it is. I don't
maybe you're not Korean,
but no,
there's no black character.
I think there's a gray area with that.
I don't ever watch shows like that either. I've never been oh man, I'm watching this, so there's no, there's no black character. That's never popped. It'll only pop up to me if the setting is a weird setting where it's why is it no black people? That's the only
weird. The show took place in Baltimore and there's no black people. I'm
then it's okay, right? Whatever. But
I think you only notice it when it's leaning in either one direction or the other too strongly. If you catch what I'm saying. So if you go into a show and it's just damn, this is a show called Friends, but all the friends are a bunch of white people, even though this place takes place in New York. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have it the other way, where it's you have a movie Birds of Prey, where it's the diversity feels forced. It feels this.
I was gonna bring up The Witcher for forced diversity.
The Witcher?
I mean, is it really forced?
If you think about it, in Poland, there's not really black people in fucking Poland.
I mean, there are black people there.
Medieval Poland, there wasn't really black people there.
Let's be real, Deshaun. Does it take place in Poland?
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
At least, it depends on the country.
I thought it was a fictional world.
Yeah. It might be based
kind of written by a guy. The author is Polish, but it's a fantasy world.
Yeah, it's a Poland property.
Yeah, you guys are right. It's a fictional country based on Poland, though.
Yeah,
you guys are right. It is fictional.
So it's if that's the case, you don't. It's not necessarily forced diversity. It's already a fantasy world. There's dragons. There's Ekimura, a little.
And then my thing is there wasn't people in the show anyway, so it's not
maybe I'm just mad about Triss being.
I was gonna say you're just definitely mad about how Triss looks because that's not how she looks.
It's not about the looks. She just sucks. She doesn't have any screen presence.
No.
And that's something else.
Well, I mean, it could also be that she feels written like a two-dimensional character, but
isn't it also so boring if someone just purely adapted what someone looked based off of the it's you've got no imagination. You're just looking based on someone else's interpretation of making it.
That's why I never agree with fan castings where they just cast based on looks. You can change looks, but it needs to be the acting that needs to be
yeah, actually, have you mentioned the Fantastic Four casting with It's Always Sunny?
The guy who plays as
What?
Jim is in The Office. I do like him as Reed Richards though.
John Krasinski.
Yeah, I feel like he's
I
like
gotta
he just
find
has the look and the acting chops to do it too.
I gotta see this. I gotta see this. It's always in sunny Philadelphia. It's always sunny.
I seen a fan casting where it was a bunch of actors from CW playing as the Fantastic Four.
Speaking of CW, what do you mean? What's going on with CW?
Oh yeah, so they've been having a bunch of like actors leave and stuff. Like the guy who plays as what's his name, Firestorm?
Mm-hmm.
The guy from Prison Break. He just left CW and he was like saying like the higher ups are like not treating their actors fairly and
Well, I think he just released another statement saying like, "Don't take it that way," something like that. Like he was like misquoted or
I
something.
don't think
It was
that's
like
backtracking.
Yeah.
maybe,
That's what I'm
but I
saying. So
think
what-
it was like I
what
think
is
it was the way
going
he
on?
said it. Like it was taken out of context. Is what he was saying. I mean, is he the only one left who left though?
I mean, Felicity left before the final
Hold on, let me
season
see.
of
I'll get my glasses
Arrow.
on.
Here, I'm just gonna send these to the thing. Hold on.
Yeah, Felicity left.
I mean, that's not. She was on the show for like, you know.
The guy who what's his name, Brandon Ruth, who played as Superman, and he was playing as
He didn't leave. He didn't
Yeah,
leave on
he
his
was
own
Adam.
accord.
What?
It wasn't his choice to leave. Yeah,
Well-
it wasn't his choice to leave. Him and his yeah, it
His
wasn't
wife?
his choice to leave. Because I left 'cause, yeah, his wife was on the show as well.
So what is the story behind it?
Mm.
It's just the writers. I guess they didn't have nothing else to do with him, and they kind of, they didn't want him around no more. They didn't have nothing else, no more story for him, I guess, and they got him out. Because I listened to the podcast by Michael Rosenbaum, and he was on there, and he talked about it, and it didn't sound like it was his choice to like leave. It wasn't like, well, I'm ready to leave.
Yeah.
Danny, nah, bro, Danny. I saw that.
Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Oh boy.
I don't know how I feel about that Doctor Doom either.
No, that Doctor
This is
Doom.
terrible. It's fucking terrible. Anyway, always funny. We need to share that so people can see what the hell we're talking about.
Yo, hold on.
Yes,
I'm just gonna exit out. I'm actually gonna. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm gonna exit out of full screen. Hold on, let's just show
Mm-hmm.
the podcast. Can you all see
Always
it?
funny-
They can see it
Always
on the
Sunny in
stream.
Philadelphia is a funny ass show though. It is a hilarious show.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look. Let's move this. All right. So for you guys on the stream, there's fucking there's Rob McElhaney as Reed Richards. They look dope though. It starts to get when you get to fucking Danny DeVito where it's like,
Nah, that would work.
I don't know about Charlie Day as Human Torch either.
3-foot thing.
he would definitely be a funny ass human.
I mean, I don't even know who the first two people
The
are,
game
but
saves the world.
I was
Oh,
about to say,
God.
yeah, I was about to say exactly. The
That's so
team takes on
bad.
Dr. Doom.
Listen, but I could definitely see
fell into
what
the
Glenn
doom
Harrow.
system.
I could see Dennis as being Doctor Doom.
Absolutely.
He
To be
plays a
honest-
sociopath too well, like too well.
I'm still of the mind that the first two movies got the casting perfect.
Honestly, I agree with the casting of the first two movies. Honestly.
There's no wrong
It
way to
was-
do
I
that.
thought that,
Racial diversity is important because it's
I
just
even think Michael
You
B.
don't-
Jordan was a good Human Torch. Well, he could be a good Human Torch with the right script
He
too.
was. He
oh,
was just.
I thought you said the first two.
Oh no, the
movies.
first two, yeah, and then I got into Fan Four Stick.
Oh, okay, Fan 40, fuck that. But
He said, "Fuck."
I'm not mad at the cast for that movie
They need
though.
to release the Snyder cut of that.
No.
I would
Fan
hella
40,
watch that.
I had no problem with them casting, Johnny Storm as black or whatever. My issue is either cast them both black or both white. Don't cast them one race and then they adopt.
Why couldn't one be
Fuck
adopted?
that.
That's real too.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. There's lots
Why,
of-
why are you so tight about that?
Yeah, they-
No.
I know a bunch of people with like
Get the
black
fuck
brothers
outta
who
here.
are white as fuck.
No, they are blood siblings. Dude and Dynasty Storm. Get that the fuck out of here. Make
How is that?
them the
That's
same
not
race.
for them to be blood. Then you're saying that that's only the correct. That's only the real brothers. Is like, oh, you got to be blood
Yeah.
brothers.
Yes. Yes.
That's messed up.
Yes. I know that. Get that adopted sibling shit out of there. I don't care.
So you're
Yes,
telling me
adopted siblings are real, brother and sister.
if your
I
white
get all that.
marries a black dude, then that black girl ain't your sister now? Or whatever the
Say
hell.
what?
I don't know. However, the math I just did. But you're basically saying like
I'm kind of trying to follow
brothers and
along, but
sisters in like a different way. Like that's why that pairing worked.
Nah, unless you're gonna make one of them mix or some shit. But look, I need them to both be blood siblings. Like it's just I'm not dealing with this whole adopted sibling shit. Get that the fuck out of here.
That's
Get
such
out
a
of here.
small little like.
No,
Why does
it's
it
not
matter
small.
that they're
It's not
blood?
small. Fuck that.
Are you gonna show the scene when they come out the vagina? Like, does that matter?
Yes.
You need all you need to know
I
is
need the perfect thing.
since
okay?
since 1 or 2 years old, these guys have been raised together. They're fucking
No.
brothers.
No, get it out of here.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
No.
I mean,
Interracial siblings.
What?
it was so
Doing
bad.
dinosaurs.
I'll
So
say
bad.
that's not as important as making Reed Richards a cuck.
Oh, because of orange shit like that.
Yeah.
That's because Reed is too busy fixing some shit to pay attention to the white man style. He's too busy building some shit.
What was she smashing Namor, right?
She kind of cheated on her with Namor.
Nah, they need to introduce him as a Peter Parker's college professor.
Imagine getting
Who,
cheated on by
Richards?
the Marvel fucking
Nah,
Aquaman.
make Human Torch go to his go to Peter's high school, bro.
Nah, they need to get out of high school.
Yeah, make him go to make him make
He was like the new kid in the high school.
Oh my
And
God.
only make him young. You don't got to. You can make everybody else like college age, but only make
Human
Johnny and
Torch,
and Peter the same age.
Y'all want like teen Fantastic Four?
Only Human
No,
Torch.
I said everybody else could be the.
Why just Human Torch?
Everybody else could be the right age, but they can make Johnny the same age as Peter.
Word.
They have some dope interactions depending on which version they. Like in the Ultimate Comics, like Peter's like a mentor, like teaching Human Torch how to be a superhero.
When an Ultimate Fantastic Four went a whole other route. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how you fucking
Wasn't
make
Reed
it.
Richards evil in that one?
Yeah, you get the evil Reed Richards, and like he's the maker. That's what he goes by. He goes completely evil.
He said, "I'm not gonna be a cuck."
Yeah. and he
Turned
still,
into an
he's still
incel.
around, even though the Ultimate Universe is gone. The maker is still around. Evil Reed Richards is still in the Marvel universe. He's like in the regular Marvel universe.
I know Marvel knows what they're doing though, so they'll do Fantastic Four justice.
Yeah.
Just like they'll most likely do X-Men justice.
Except this is the problem with the Marvel storytelling now. Of why I'm starting to love Invincible every Friday more than Falcon and Winter Soldier is the fact that their storytelling is becoming quite nebulous. Like,
Meaning?
Explain.
like that so far you have to watch, like, to really get the effect of Endgame, right? You've got to watch 23 films. That's a lot of fucking content.
Yeah.
Understand the new slate of movies, you gotta watch all these Disney Plus shows. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise, you're not
But
gonna.
here's the thing. It's not that you have to watch it to understand them. It's just there's a lot of
You get
like,
more out of it.
Easter eggs.
That's how-
Exactly. You get more out of it.
That's how the story is meant to be experienced. Is you watch every single piece of Marvel branded content. Am I not right?
And they're doing it like that's how the comic books. That's how they're
Like,
doing. That's
you
how the
can
comic-
choose to just follow like the heroes you like, of course, yeah, just like comics. But like the way it's meant to be experienced is you, just like Marvel comics, is you read every single fucking thing to get the arc, right? Which sucks. Like Invincible is just telling its maybe 3-4 seasons of, like, I don't know how many seasons they're gonna do because they're telling the story all over it. But like,
Because with like a Marvel comic, like say you have an event comic, let's go, The King in Black. You have the event to where you can just read that event by itself. You don't need to read any other book connected to it.
Yeah.
But then you see other like cool little shit that like all the little tie-in books and all the little like.
But then you're gonna have like most like my girlfriend watching these movies like blind, right? Up until before we watched them, half the time it would just be like, "Why is this? Why is that? Why is this? Who's this? What the heck? What? Huh?" It was just questions, and I would have to be pausing. But then when we watched it all the way through, there were no questions. She was like, "Oh shit." Like when we watched fucking WandaVision and they were talking about the Laos commercial, she's like, "That was in Civil War." I was like, "Yeah. Like there were no. It was just like.
But here's the thing: was she confused because she needed to watch those other movies, or it was just that?
Like it is because like a lot of those movies, right, are the beginning is answering questions of another movie, the middle is setting up the movie it's in, then it's also like you know what I mean. It's just like a tree. Like there's different roots. Like you can take each movie as its own thing, but it's meant to be interspersed with different ones, so you get the whole picture, kind of stuff. Like,
so like let's bring up.
It's a mosaic story, which is
like Endgame. You didn't need to watch Ant-Man, the second Ant-Man movie to like enjoy Endgame.
No,
I don't think it. But if you do, you understand a lot of whole quantum realm stuff, and then you understand the whole like just quick scene where Boss says, "Okay, Cap," and then Ant-Man looks at her when she said that because in Ant-Man and the Wasp, she says, "Why are you calling him Cap?" Like she's like, "You call him Cap now, like your friends or something." And then like when Captain America gave out order, she said, "Okay, Cap." So it was like connecting back to what she said in Ant-Man. So it's like I never feel like you need it, but it's like that cool little
Yeah, that's what I mean. Where it's like it adds to it, like, and that's why it's meant to like because it makes you appreciate it all. Because you're like, okay, like I understand this character's, like where he was in this movie and now where he's at here. Like, oh shit, he grew up. Like, it's different.
Like WandaVision and the magic trick. WandaVision and the magic trick. Like it's that.
Yeah,
that
like some stuff you just be like, okay, that's weird that they're lingering on this for.
Like I've seen it and I didn't even catch the whole magic trick thing until somebody pointed it out to me. But it's like I didn't need that to pay that any mind. It's just like okay.
Oh yeah, but then it also it's also like the kind of thing like every Marvel show, like after every episode, it feels like you have to go to the internet to get some super nerd who's understands 60 years of history to be like, well, you see the symbol again on this is actually alluding to this issue comic of this, where it's like, all right, fucking Jesus.
But that's an Easter egg, though. Like you can't get mad at Easter eggs. That's basically.
And to be honest, I was telling my girlfriend it's actually like more punishing if you do know all this stuff because like. With people like digging around for Mephisto, like people who don't know Mephisto wasn't looking for Mephisto.
Yeah,
and
like I was not hurt by the ending of that thing because everyone else is probably expecting something else, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, so it depends on it feels like they reward you for watching like everything. It doesn't feel like it's required. It feels like they're rewarding you.
It's a reward, not a requirement.
And that's why it's going to be interesting now, because since I know everything about Invincible now, and you guys know nothing, it's like inverse. Because it's like, it's going to be, like y'all seem to know everything about fucking Marvel. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know.
Marvel fanboy all the way.
So it's going to be cool, like, seeing that, because I'm pretty sure Weapon knows.
He's like the encyclopedia.
He's like, oh yeah.
Don't give me that much credit. I know a little bit though. I know a little. Like,
oh, you're still on that, Captain America? Like that's where fucking Weapon. You know.
I know when it comes to Black Cat, I'm the expert here. I had a crush on Black Cat since 2004 in the Spider-Man 2 game.
I fucking love it. I always bring it up all the time. I love it. It's a really fun book. It's a really fun book. I would definitely recommend that. Black Cat comic book.
Yeah, I like the stuff where like it deals with like her father too.
Oh, jeez. You're talking about not liking spin-offs, man? Talking about a Black Cat comic?
Man, it's just because she's hot. Bro.
I was going to say, exactly.
Something about that.
It's the only reason why.
And I always said this about Black Cat. the two characters I always feel like they have to be really attractive is Black Cat and Namor. Both of them have to be very attractive people, because the whole thing is like
They're attractive. That's like in their.
Yeah,
It's like Black Cat is an attractive thief. It's like that's just
yeah.
descriptive.
That's part of the character.
They're white. It doesn't say they're black. It says nigga, she's an attractive. So it could be a hot.
It used to have to be like that for Mary Jane too, but her character got changed a lot.
Oh,
And, I mean, and that was
Mary
only,
Jane.
Mary,
She's
see, the only thing about Mary Jane is that I never found Zendaya that. Not that I don't find her attractive. She's an attractive girl. It's just she doesn't give hot to me, because she gives me little girl vibes and not just.
They're supposed to be high school kids.
Yeah,
Me and Zendaya is the same age, so.
I mean, I get they're supposed to be high school kids, but Mary Jane is supposed to be a fucking supermodel, and it's supposed to be like a hot supermodel.
Black Cat's a woman. Yeah.
I was gonna say yeah.
Mary
That's
Jane
why.
has been changed a lot though. She's not like the supermodel anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why I don't want them to introduce Black Cat until Peter's an adult. Like, you need to give me hot Black Cat. I don't
Like
need.
they need to have like sexual tension for Black Cat.
Especially with the Mary Jane that they chose, like Black Cat's gonna be no brainer of like, oh yeah, we're doing this.
So let them
malfunction.
get like 1 or 2 more movies, and now he's out of high school. Then you bring in Black Cat. Then you bring her in, as an adult. Because Ultimate Comics did this weird thing where Black Cat was an adult and Peter was still a teenager.
Yeah.
And she was with him, but she had no idea he was a teenager.
That
So
makes
she was
it
like,
criminal.
He
Yeah,
took his
that's
mask
still-
off.
yeah.
He was like, and then she was like ran away.
It's like a child superhero goes after pedophiles, bro.
Yeah, I don't want them to do that in the movie. Let's not do that in the movie.
Did I just make a fun comic book?
Disney would not do that.
Bro, you just made Spider-Man very dark.
If you want to make Spider-Man dark, give Mary Jane her death. Give Mary Jane her death if they want to do dark Spider-Man. Where
Instead of
he
Gwen
got
Stacy.
from his radioactive semen.
Oh Lord! No. Speaking of death of Spider-Man, I really want them to do the death of Gwen Stacy. I feel like that's important to Spider-Man, like
They
the
did,
middle.
they did the what?
It's
I
just
feel like Amazing
yeah.
Spider-Man
But
ruined
I mean,
it.
I want them to do it in MCU. I'm because they did it in.
Mhm.
But I feel like that's an important thing for Spider. The
But
death of Gwen.
I feel like the audience is gonna expect it now if they ever bring
Yeah.
her in. Because
I
of
know,
Amazing
but it
Spider-Man.
just sucks. I just feel like it's important. Like it's one of those important things for the character. And it just sucks that we're probably not going to get it.
That was actually one of the few like good things that movie did. Was I've definitely felt like sad about Gwen Stacy dying, just because it was acted so good too. Andrew Garfield's an amazing actor.
And I like Emma Stone. She's very like as an actor, she's very like personable.
Their chemistry was amazing in those movies.
I mean, because
They were really dating, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that
feel like
makes
they
a
were
whole
just
lot of
ad
sense.
libbing everything. Like that was just
Right.
improvised.
they were just like, hey, you want to get paid to be Mary Jane Spider-Man? Well, we fucking just kiss sunset.
That's like when Joseph Gordon-Levitt like wrote his own movie and Scarlett Johansson was like his friends with benefits in a movie he wrote that he's starring in.
Yeah.
No, I think I talked about that before. It's always weird for me when somebody writes and
Oh, yeah.
starts their own
Their
movie.
own sex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
like how do you write it? You're writing a sex scene that you're gonna be in. Like how is that not free?
I would feel so
Like, oh.
fucking awkward. I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, bro.
Hold on, dude.
I'll look at Brad Pitt like, you want the sex scene? I don't want it, bro.
Dude, there's
Yeah.
a movie about that. Oh my god, who's this actress? Oh my god, Chloe Devaney. No. Chloe.
Like, oh, let me write in the sex scene. It just seems so creepy. Like,
Yeah, for myself, like
uh,
I think the only
Chloe-
person that
Chloe's-
like pulled that
Chloe's-
off with like just no fucks was Tommy Wiseau. The guy who
what
wrote The
movie was
Room.
that?
The Room.
The Room.
Oh,
Guys, look up the movie The Brown Bunny.
oh Lord, I know exactly what you're talking about, the Brown.
Yeah.
But
And,
they're actually dating, so yeah, they were actually together. So.
The director, Vincent Gallo. Cinematography, Vincent Gallo. Screenplay, Vincent Gallo. Let me guess.
They were they
No,
Oh shit.
that was just an actor.
Oh my god.
Guess
Oh,
who the
wow.
main actor is? Guess who the main actor is?
Who?
Vincent Gallo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait.
No, I'm just joking.
Does he have a twin brother? And they also.
No. Okay. It's Vincent Gallo. It's basically there's very grotesque real fellatio in the movie.
You would find that.
Yeah. It's been around for- Yeah. I thought they were like together in real life. That's why they were okay with that. I didn't. Oh shit. That's
It's like-
interesting.
Hey, I'm a screenwriter. You want to fillet me?
I mean, yeah, bro. It's stuff that's not fake.
Like, and he would say it that way too. Like, he wouldn't make it sexy or anything. He would make
Dude,
it
have
very
you seen
scientific.
Love?
Like,
Have you seen the movie Love?
no,
No, by Gaspar Noir.
no.
All right, well,
Listen,
it's-
I hate. Listen, when I went to film school, I hated going
Hold
through
on,
French
let me
New
set the
Wave,
movie-
bro. I
let me-
swear to
let me
God.
Let me set this movie for you. You walking into a movie theater, right? It's all black. Everyone's sitting next to each other. It's dark. Movie starts. It's a couple. They're just mutually masturbating for 5 minutes. It's an uncut scene. Just 5 minutes. This guy's getting jerked off by his girlfriend right into the camera until he comes, and then the movie starts. And you just got to sit there watching a guy get jerked off while he's on heroin by his girlfriend.
Yeah, no, I'm good, bro.
Nuts.
Okay.
That was interesting. That is interesting.
It's in 3D. It's in 3D. I saw it in 3D.
Bro.
You did
You
not.
gotta like
You did not.
I did.
Like
You gotta, like,
that reminds me of like, and it's funny that I had brought that Dave Chappelle stand-ups like thing before.
It's on Netflix, I think, if you guys want. It's a really
Do you remember the Dave Chappelle stand-up where he talks about the bus that got hijacked by the homeless guy jerking off, and he had to dodge the semen like this, like
no. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. In a minute. Yeah.
that's how Brandon was in the 3D movie. Like, oh
That
shit.
That movie was. It's a movie that does not feel love.
Yeah, what were we even talking about?
I don't know.
Like originally.
Oh, director.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh god, that went off the rails real quick.
So I guess we should get into Army of the Dead now.
I was gonna say before we do that, do you
what's
guys
up?
want to take a quick 2-minute break because we're on the hour mark, or do you just want to power
Yeah.
through 'em?
Up to you guys. I'm good to go.
No, let's power through, bro.
Power through.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Army of
so,
the Dead.
Yeah, I know nothing about Army of the Dead, so I'm curious to
Oh,
see
really?
what Dracula's gonna say about this.
You haven't watched the trailer like at all.
I'm not huge into zombies, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like movies.
All
Like,
right.
the only zombie game I really love, like not I don't consider Last of Us a zombie game, but probably like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah,
It's,
no.
like, the most zombie I like.
Last of Us is definitely a human game.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I would consider like Walking Dead in the same realm of The Last of Us. So I'm not really
that's
that big
definitely
into
a zombie. That's a zombie story.
Yeah.
All I know about the Army of the Dead is, Bruce Campbell and, that big thing. I've never watched the original Army of the Dead stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, I was thinking this was something else.
Oh, you don't know what we're
You're
talking
thinking
about.
about
Wait.
Evil Dead?
I thought this was that fucking Batista movie.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking
That is?
about.
That
You're
is
thinking
That's what we're
about Evil
talking
Dead,
about.
Weapon
You're
X.
thinking about no.
Yeah, we're talking
Bruce
about the
Campbell's-
Las Vegas zombie heist movie.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell's
dude.
in Evil Dead.
Isn't the Army of the Dead from the that thing too?
This man brought in Bruce Campbell, Army of Darkness.
I was
There you
thinking
go.
Evil Dead.
I saw where
Okay.
you were going with that, and I was just like, he's not going.
Wait,
with
yeah, that was it.
Army of
Wait.
Darkness. No, Army of the Dead is a whole different thing. They released the bro. You didn't see my tweets, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
But yeah,
You're not excited for it?
Was
Exactly.
Dawn of the Dead not dope?
I mean, wait, who was it that was telling me? Someone tweeted me. Wasn't it you or Deshaun? It was you.
Yeah,
That's
it was
Army of the Dead, bro. It's the same fucking plot as Peninsula. The same
You was
plot.
literally telling us about this on the podcast. What, like last week?
Last week,
Like,
the
plot
same
of
plot,
Peninsula.
except
And
it's in
then
Vegas.
I hear about Army of the Dead, the heist, and then like I'm like, hold on, isn't that the same plot from the movie you just told us about?
But my thing was this: like, I already knew there was an Army of the Dead movie coming out. It's with Zack Snyder. It's a sequel to Dawn of the Dead, which is a remake of George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, which is a commentary on commercialism. Well, not commercialism, more of come on, Brandon, help me out here. No, yeah, more consumerism. Yeah, not commercialism, consumerism. Thank you.
I was like, why would I know this? I don't.
Because I feel like we've definitely had a conversation about this before. No, so yeah, it doesn't look good. The first thing that I saw for it on Twitter, like as far as promo material, was a poster for it. And when I say it looked like a Fortnite poster, I'm not even shitting you. Like, I will pull the fucking picture up right now.
No, I personally think this movie is going to be awesome. Batista said he can act at least enough to be charming and charismatic enough to, like...
Who the fuck wants him to be charming and charismatic? It's supposed... Zombie films aren't supposed to be action films with charismatic fucking, protagonists. No, bro, it's a zombie movie. It's supposed to be horror. When did it turn into action films?
Zombie hasn't been horror in a while.
What's the Jesse Eisenberg fucking...
Oh god. Oh, that's a horror. No, that's not even a horror movie. That's just a comedy. This is a straight up comedy.
About Zombieland?
Zombieland is one of the best. Shaun of the Dead is an amazing. Is the best zombie.
It's a great zombie movie, but zombie movies haven't been horror in a very long time.
Well, because a zombie movie isn't a horror movie. It's just a zombie.
Zombies aren't even scary.
Yeah, a zombie movie isn't necessarily horror. It's just a zombie movie. You know what I mean?
I will say about the original Dawn of the Dead, and the crazy thing is, I was watching 14 when I watched it. For some reason, that shit gave me fucking nightmares.
Does that not look like a fucking Fortnite poster to you? Shit, hold on.
And it do.
Yeah,
Like, I don't even, I'm gonna send it to the group. But it looks like bro, like, come on.
But yeah, the first Dawn of the Dead gave me fucking nightmares for like 2 years.
Resident Evil used to scare the living shit out of me as a kid.
Oh, did y'all play the demo?
Oh, I got it downloaded. I'm playing it as soon as we're done here.
It's it's pretty much just like a.
I heard it was similar to the Resident Evil 2 remake.
I will say I'm definitely buying this game. It's the closest thing basically to like Resident Evil 4 remake that we're gonna get. Like, you know what I mean?
So it's like actually in a village, like.
Yeah, like this shit is really like, and I'm assuming it's the same thing, like where you start off in that Spanish town, and then eventually there's like a castle, and then there's like some whole fucking weird cult shit. Like, it's the same thing. Like, you're starting off in some European village, and then there's werewolves and vampires, and you gotta go into a castle and stop.
Did you hear they're doing Resident Evil 4 VR?
Nah, that would be fire.
It's a VR game, like it's already announced, like a VR Resident Evil 4 remake.
They've made Resident Evil 4 on every single platform, bro.
It's just like Skyrim. Resident Evil, Skyrim, and GTA. They're just gonna be on everything.
Well, why not? Oh, bro, have you seen this new GTA Online role-playing server?
Nah, I got out of GTA Online.
I was gonna say, which one?
Yeah, there's like this whole... Dude, I suggest y'all look it up on Twitch. There's a role-playing Grand Theft Auto Online, and it's amazing. People are doing some crazy stuff.
I'm waiting until the PS5 update comes out, because I just can't play GTA.
Well, no, it's like a heavily modded version of the game. It's like its own thing.
Oh, it's like PC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking cool. It's like you have to like be in character and shit.
Oh, no pixel.
My friend was in the GTA like role playing, and he was like a Uber driver. He said he was like in bank.
No, bro. I was watching a GTA role playing. Yo, this dude runs into another cat. I guess the guy rear-ended his car, so he's like, "Nah, fuck this, bro. We're gonna throw hands. Follow me, bro. Follow me." And he's like, they're running. He's like, he brings them around to like the back of someone's house. He's like, "All right, let's throw hands." He goes to scrap with the guy and gets his fucking ass whooped.
By the dude or
by the dude that rear-ended him, the one that he initiated the fight because he got hit by. He just kind of.
It's crazy how like involved people get with role playing on GTA.
Bro,
Like they
hilarious.
I mean, role playing's fun, you know. It's like
have you guys ever played a role playing like DayZ?
I don't know what you're saying. I was saying the other day, like I want to get into a D&D group. Like,
dude.
Bro, let's do this, son. Let's do this, bro.
I know nothing about it. I don't know how it works.
Come on. We can figure it out on our own, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
We got 4 people already.
Bro, we could make our characters with the first episode.
We could do a D&D stream on fucking Saturdays.
Really, I have zero knowledge of it.
I am so...
Me too.
It's like a game where it's basically a game where you make up shit. Like you make your character and then like, well, who would be the dungeon master? Because the dungeon master, he gives like the there you go. He gives like the story and sets he sets the story and the backstory and everything, and tells us where we're going and things like that. I mean, you played D&D before, Dracula?
Oh no! I just volunteered to be the dungeon master because it sounded badass. I just like the sound of being a fucking dungeon master, bro. Alright? Give me my fucking cat of nine tails. Let's go.
The dungeon master is basically like the person who sets the stage for the whole adventure.
Yeah. It's like you guys walk down a corridor and you see a door.
There you go.
What do you do?
Exactly.
You stick
I'm gonna use my firepower to blow down the door, and then it's like, okay, you have to roll a d6 to see if you hit this door with fire, or something like that.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like we don't gotta play with like real rules. Like none of us gotta go out and buy the shit. It's just like we just make loose fucking.
I didn't even know this something you could buy.
Your HP and you have abilities. That's it.
So, Deshaun, you ever heard of like pen and paper role playing?
Nope.
All you need is a pen and paper, because all you're gonna write is your name, your HP, because you're gonna have to keep track of that,
and like
then,
a set of dice. That's it.
And
then everyone has, so he knows.
Yeah.
And then,
you don't even need a set of dice. You can fucking use. They have websites and your phone apps and shit.
You can share. Here's what I rolled.
Yeah.
And you keep like, cause you can't use certain. Like, let's say you're a mage, and it's like certain stuff.
Yo, I see you do that shit.
Dungeon master could say
like, tonight. That shit got mad excited. Hold on.
Because I'm playing Diablo 3 right now for the first time, so this is crossing over perfectly.
I really want to play Diablo 2 Remastered
tonight.
I'm gonna step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
I really want to play Diablo 4 once that drops.
Yo, I'm gonna suck that game's dick so hard.
Because I heard it wasn't that far off from like the type of vibe Destiny gives you. Like I know it's not like remotely close to the same game, but like
play Diablo.
No, I wasn't a fan of the camera, but
dude, that's the best thing about it, man.
I feel like I'm old enough now where I'm able to
it's like rated M Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like it's fucked up.
When Diablo 3 came to PS4, I was only a freshman in high school, so.
Well, I'm gonna say the same thing. The whole top-down view, like, wasn't my thing. But that was before I got real into strategy games. Like now, I like big strategy.
Let's just say this: you would not be able to see what the fuck is going on if it wasn't that camera, because there's so much information you have to see. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's not that far off from like the Ultimate Alliance games type of camera, is it?
Yeah, it's like the same exact thing. Ultimate Alliance is literally just Diablo with Marvel characters.
I was thinking like if I could play Ultimate Alliance, I can play Diablo.
Yeah, bro, that's literally the same game. That's why I love that game, because it was like, yo, make a team of 4 fucking characters. That game was
That's the game that got me into Marvel. I knew nothing about Marvel until
that's literally Diablo. Yeah. That's Diablo with a Marvel stamp of approval.
Once Diablo 4 comes out, I'm playing that.
Yeah, me
I was
too.
about to say, are they still supporting Diablo?
Yeah, Diablo 2 is
They're
getting
releasing
a full remaster,
remaster.
which is also, I would say, jump on that, bro. If you want
I
to
heard
get
it didn't age well, like even the remaster. I don't know for sure. That's just what I heard from fans.
Diablo 2 is a game it's $10 if you wanted to go out and buy it right now. And even from whenever the fuck it was made, it's still a dope game. Because it's the art style.
Right?
You know what I mean? It's top down. You're not going to see much detail anyway, which is why it doesn't really matter how good the graphics are. Like, it's going to be dope that the new one has amazing graphics because, yeah, like, it is cool to see detailed models, like, walking around, whatever. But it's
not
more
close
just the
enough
vibe.
where it matters.
Yeah, it's like when you get, it's like if you played Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know when you get to max level and your mayhem level, whatever the fuck, nigga, it don't matter what's on screen because really you're just seeing numbers and like you're focusing on the health bar and being like, oh shit, this is like a gold level, like he's got this ability and that ability, so I got to use this, that, and like you're more focusing on like the flow of battle and like that kind of stuff than what's on screen. Like your brain's being engaged so much more. Like, oh shit, I need to not die right now.
What's like the setting game? Because the setting of the game, because it sounds like it's like in hell or something. Is it in like hell?
No. So from what I gather, it's like most co-op games where the story's really just not like it's there to be skipped over. Like you're there to hunt fucking monsters. That's really all that matters. But it seems to be like you're just in a weird, like semi-dark fantasy medieval area, and then there's like some portals to hell.
But it is like a loot game, though, right?
Yeah. No. Not really. No. Like there is loot, but it's not like every enemy is dropping tons of loot and shit. It's more just like you're killing tons of monsters with dope ass abilities, clearing out mobs, and then
So is it like one of those games I could like pick up and then put down and then pick up like again like later on? Because like there's no game that's gonna like take me away from Destiny. So
I mean, yeah, because
if I drop it for a while, I'm not gonna miss out, am I? Like,
I mean, dude, this game came out in 2017. I'm playing it for the first time right now, so
okay. Yeah, that's all I need to know then.
Yeah, like it's and I'm right back into the swing of things. Like I've made 4 characters over the course of one day, and I've beaten the first boss with each one. So it's like I've gotten to know all the classes, and it's fun. Like,
I'll definitely pick up maybe 2 remaster them when it drops.
Wow.
Sorry about the Diablo, man.
Hey, so wait, which one do you want to go to? Buggy or?
I was gonna go to Falcon and the Winter Soldier since that's probably gonna be short.
Yeah. Has everybody seen it?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it. I like this episode a lot.
I like Falcon and the Winter Soldier better than WandaVision, like officially now.
Oh yeah.
Amazing episode, by the way. Like it wasn't even like heavy on action, just like the character, like getting into the characters again.
And it's funny, like I see people complaining, like, "Oh, I'm done. Like, I'm done with the show. It's too woke. I'm done with this." For one, there's too many politics in the show. For one, it's a show about fucking Captain America. Captain America is a political character. The character is fucking political. That's the whole reason for the fucking character.
Right.
2, all the things that they touch upon in the show are things from the comics. Like Isaiah Bradley, how Isaiah Bradley thought in the show of like, you know, not liking the whole Captain America thing and thinking like no black man should want to be Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
It's something like, you know, it's from the comics. It's how Isaiah Bradley feels. None of this stuff, a lot of the stuff they touch upon in the show is stuff that they, you know, don't like they did in the comics. So it's not like they like brought it to the show, and then it's like, they just making it overly woke. It's like, no, comic books touched on all this shit. So this is all canon. So you can't get
It's
mad.
not even woke. It's a character arc. It's his character arc, Sam.
But then like people like, because people got mad about Isaiah Bradley saying like no black man should they would never let a black man be Captain America, and if they did, no self-respecting black man would ever want to be. So people got mad at that, like, this show is being too woke, this, that, and the third. Like, this is all stuff that Isaiah Bradley was saying in the fucking comic book.
Right.
The episode emphasizes Sam basically, he doesn't say it, but he basically says it, like, Isaiah Bradley's thinking about it from his jaded perspective. Like, he's not wrong, but not everything he's saying is like, he's not always not right about everything.
The fact that I'm able to even hold this shield right now is a testament to how far we've come. So why not keep fighting some more?
Yeah,
exactly. But Isaiah Bradley was treated differently, and that's why he was saying that, because that's how he was.
But do you blame him for being jaded? Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, it's like
I've seen people like, y'all can't talk about this show not being woke anymore. It's too woke. I'm like, for one, it's a fucking show about Captain fucking America. So like, it's gonna be political. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
Captain America comics always touch upon something political.
Those people are looking for a reason to say something like that.
Yeah, like, at that point, exactly. At that point, you're just looking for something to gripe about.
Yeah, and then it's like, also like, this is not, none of this stuff is not anything that hasn't been touched upon in the comic book. Like, all this shit is canon. Like, I mean, it might not have been done the same exact way, but all this stuff has been touched upon a little bit in the comic book. Like the whole, how Sam Wilson feels about being a black man as Captain America. It's all been touched upon in the comics as well. So it's like, none of this stuff is, you can't say like, they brought it to the show and just made it woke. It's like, no, well, the fucking comic book is woke, I guess. You feel that way.
Plus, Stan Lee himself says like, that's comic books are political. Like, they can be political. Like, X-Men's political. Captain America's political.
Right.
I mean, comics are just propaganda, bro. Why else would you draw a comic?
Most comics do have some like type of political.
Yeah.
And my only problem with some comics where I feel like they try to put the message over the actual like story. I always hate that shit. So where it's like, but that's not an issue for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, the message, it's weaving together so well that that's not an issue.
Yeah.
But you have some comics and some shows to where they weave in a message and they want to hit on this message so hard that it negatively affects the rest of the show and the rest of the story. And like, it doesn't fit because you're trying to force it in so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say it being like, literally the whole pillar of the show is about being black. Like, that's what the narrative of the show is. And like, people want to avoid that, but that's not the case. Like, that's literally what this is can a black dude be?
They have to do that. That's what America is. Like, that's what we deal with.
And like I said before, like, that's something they touch upon in the comic books of Sam Wilson. So like, none of this stuff is not this is the story. This is actually the story. Literally in the comic books, like, well, let's talk about the real world type shit. When Sam Wilson first got announced in the comic books as Captain America, it was people who didn't like that idea, who hated it, didn't want him to be Captain America. So it's like, even in the real world, people already were against him being Captain America. And then even in the comic, like, they touch upon like people saying like Sam should give up the shield, he shouldn't be Captain America, not my Captain America. Like, all this shit has been touched upon in the comic book.
I mean, it doesn't matter who you make him, because no one's gonna like him, because it's not the original.
And then also people are racist, so that's the other thing too.
I think Sam he's not Steve Rogers, but he has Steve Rogers type qualities while being his own character still.
He's.
Listening.
I feel like he could throw down with superhumans, but he doesn't. He's not arrogant about it. Like, and
And he's also a grief counselor. Like he's a vet and a grief counselor and all.
Which is what
like,
Steve Rogers was doing in Endgame too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, he's perfect for Captain America. Like, even in the comic books, you have Bucky. He was Captain America for a little bit, and
wouldn't feel
I
right.
feel like, huh?
Yeah, it wouldn't feel right
with this history.
Yeah, it barely felt right then.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Sam has always been a better replacement for Steve than Bucky was. And then Sam is one of Steve Rogers. I mean, other than Bucky, Steve Rogers' oldest partner. Like I didn't even know that. Apparently Falcon was like the first African American superhero in mainstream comic books, as like Steve Rogers' partner.
Mm-hmm.
But,
even before Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When was Green Lantern black?
Green Lantern.
Yeah, because the first Green Lantern wasn't John Stewart.
John Stewart came years
Whoa.
Well, ever since I can remember, the first ever Green Lantern I saw was black. So I always thought like
that's because you were born in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a white Green Lantern until the movie.
Yeah, that's
John Stewart came years later after.
Listen, this is what's happening with this generation is that the next generation of superheroes is going to be all like brown, and then they're going to be like, I didn't even know there was a white Superman.
That's basically it.
They better not fucking do that.
Well, here's the thing. There is a black Superman. I just don't need it to be. I don't need a black Superman to be Clark Kent. It's Bowser. You can give me Bowser. I don't need it to be Clark Kent. Get that, I don't need black Clark Kent. You can give me Bowser, who is black.
Mm-hmm.
We give you that.
Yeah, I don't want to see a Idris Elba Bruce Wayne.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, Earth 2, I would kill to see that.
There are also characters that they could, like, you don't have to give me a black Bruce Wayne. You could give me a Darkhawk or something like. There are black characters who kind of fit in the realm of these like big name characters. You don't need to give me Black Superman. You can give me Blue Marvel, like and he's an original black character. And you can give me these characters who are original black characters who fit into the mold of being a black Batman, of being a black Superman, without it actually being Black Clark Kent, Black Bruce Wayne.
What WeaponX is saying is basically stop color swapping and just make the black character that's just written by to be black to just be the black dude.
Like,
exactly. I don't just bring the black. Bring me John. Y'all don't need to make Hal Jordan black. Don't make Hal Jordan black. Just give me John Stewart. Exactly. Like I don't. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Like don't make Aang in the next movie black just to be black. You know what I mean? Like
they're gonna make Katara black. I'm telling you, they're gonna make Katara black. I can already see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I can.
I've already fantasized Korra so perfectly. It's the.
Say what?
Dude, damn.
He said he fancasted Korra perfectly.
Beats as Korra.
Zazie Beetz?
Yeah, whatever the fuck her name.
The one that played Domino?
Yeah, whatever the fuck her name. Whoever the fuck the girlfriend is in Atlanta.
Zazie Beetz.
Zazie Beetz.
She'd been amazing.
I mean, she's probably a little too old for Korra though.
Yeah, I know. This was like earlier. This was a little back when the shows.
Yeah, she's kind of a little too old for Korra.
Man, black don't crack, baby. You can still do it, sort of.
Yeah.
They made Samuel L. Jackson look young, so
I mean,
again, this is why you need racial diversity, so the cast can actually look young. Because when you cast 40-year-old white people as fucking teenagers, you can be like, "Why is there a 40-year-old dude in high school?"
Like as much as I love
40-year-old black people look like they're 15. So
it's a show called The October Faction, right? And it's an interracial couple. There's a one black lady and there's a white guy, right? Apparently they the same age, but when I looked at them together, I'm like, why is this black woman dating this older white guy? Like, why he's so much older than her? And then I looked up and both actors are the same fucking age.
Yeah,
he just looked way younger than her.
Bro, it's why when you watch Coming to America back to back, it's like dude, these are 40 years apart. Jesus.
Exactly. It's
Like literally, these are 40 years apart,
For
and
real.
this thing looks
and everybody still looks good.
2
Exactly.
years older. Like,
Right.
how old is this fucking Simba in that movie? Or Mufasa? What the fuck his name is? George Jones? Vader?
I don't know.
The fact that you called him fucking Simba and then Mufasa.
Exactly. Simba Mufasa.
The disrespect.
Since we're on Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think my theory was right of Sharon being the power broker.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Starting to get more
yeah.
confident in that
Who the
theory.
fuck is she talking
I
to
turned
like
my
that?
girlfriend. I said that like as soon as she came out. I was like, "This bitch is the power broker," because she would not be like alive without like in that environment. Like this little.
So are they really going evil for Sharon?
Fucking.
Okay, why not, dude?
I mean, why else would she call the French guy? She already admitted that she hired him.
Mm.
That's who she was talking to on the.
George St.
Yeah, she
Pierre.
was on the phone. She was like, "I'll pay you double this time," to the French guy. Because when you watch it with
Double?
subtitles, when he responds, it says his name,
Yeah.
whatever his name was, but they say his name like in the
The
subtitle.
guy that George St. Pierre plays, right?
I
So
don't know.
Carly,
Wait, are you asking
so you
why?
talking about so Carly Montag, the one that what's the name? Carly, whatever, the one
Redhead.
who, like
Yeah.
the redhead.
The guy that she
called
meets up with.
Batroc the Leaper. You're saying that, and she hires Batroc the Leaper. Are you saying that the power broker was involved in hiring Batroc?
Yeah. Because she wants to prove Black Cap's worth by stopping a fucking global terrorist event.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah. That's a super power broker move. Brokering this like huge terrorist thing and like leveraging up Sam to get to the point where he's at to be like, listen, you're good enough to stop this thing, then I'm gonna send your way because I need you to stop it.
So, speaking of power broker moves, let's kind of reverse a little bit and go back to that scene in the courthouse with John and what's her name that plays Veep. Come on, what's her name?
Oh, yeah.
How about the old lady that came in?
Yes.
Julia
Louis-Dreyfus.
But by the way, she was supposed to make her original appearance in Black Widow, but since that got delayed so many times, this came out first, and that's why it feels so jarring when she comes in.
It's not even
She
that it
was
feels
supposed to
jarring.
I don't feel jarring.
I don't
Oh,
feel
absolutely. She
I
completely
feel like she came out of nowhere.
First of all, she
Well, my
fucking
thing is,
chews
It's
up
like you're
this.
supposed to know who she is. In that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that.
She chews up the scene like it's nothing, and it's just like, but who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
She's Allegra.
But she-
But I felt like that added to the mystery. Like, hold on, who the fuck is this? Like, I thought that was interesting to me.
She's Contessa Allegra
I mean,
de Fontaine. Don't make me say
it does feel like that. Like she's supposed to be mysterious, but the way the scene is written makes it feel like you're supposed to have seen her before. in,
She's
like,
not.
Yeah,
That's the
I
thing.
can see that.
She's
I can
not.
agree with that.
She's not. She's fucking Madame Hydra, right? That's what I got.
Well, apparently-
In the comics, she had something to do with Hydra. Yeah.
That's not.
Wait,
Madame
am I
Hydra.
But here's the thing. Madame Hydra has been like...
Wait, that's a name? I just
Yeah.
made that.
No. There's a Madame Hydra.
Yeah,
I
there
just
is.
made that shit up.
But it's been multiple versions of Madame Hydra. So it's not like... It's
Fucking
not like he is the Madame Hydra. It's of Madame Hydra.
Wait, you guys are being real? This is a real thing?
Bro,
Yeah.
listen.
You didn't know Madame Hydra was a real thing?
I would kill to see her in live action. Just who are they gonna cast for her?
Well, here's
Wait.
the thing. Agent Shield did Madame Hydra as well.
That's right. No, you're right.
Who
They
is
did
Madam
do that.
Hydra and Agents of Shield?
The robot chick.
Yeah.
Are you
Which
talking
was-
about
it felt lackluster.
What's her name again? Fuck. It's about the the girl that was running around with Ward, right? Or was it Hive? Are you talking about that lady?
No.
I think her name is
that.
Ada.
That was a good actress. I
Yeah.
forget. I
Hive was
forget
dope.
her name.
It's
That
been a
whole-
while since
that
I've
whole
seen
story
Agents of
arc was-
Shield.
Yeah,
So
it's been a hot.
my memory's kind of foggy.
Show.
I'm
What?
thinking of I think her name was Ada. Is who I'm thinking.
Yes,
Yeah,
Ada.
Yes, exactly.
Ada becomes Madame Hydra.
Oh, so yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She was running around with Hive.
Yeah, Mallory Jansen. She was a great Madame Hydra as well.
Mm.
But like I said before, Madam Hydra has
I
been
was gonna
like
say.
it's been multiple Madam Hydra.
That was like an alternate reality.
Oh,
Hydra.
speaking of
Yeah.
Fitz was a great villain.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah,
alternate
he was-
reality
he
shit.
was
Yeah,
a
he was
great
a
villain.
dope villain.
So, what's that card that she gave him? Is that because she was like, "There's nothing on it," and I was
Liz,
like, when I was watching, I was like, "Yeah, there is." Is
Just-
that like
just
an
as confused.
invitation? Is that just like a power move? What was that?
I'm not exactly sure.
'Cause,
There might be an Easter egg that somebody else knows, but I'm not exactly sure.
I'm just as confused.
I heard
feel
it had
like
something to
none
do
of
with
us.
Secret Warriors or something.
Well, here's
What do
the
you
thing.
mean?
Well, Secret Warriors is a group that was brought together by Nick Fury.
I heard about the
Secret
Dark
Warriors-
Avengers, and then that's all I read it into.
Yeah, Dark Avengers. No.
I'm assuming that
She
she's
said,
gonna-
"Yeah, no."
Mm.
No, I'm
Give
guessing
up
her.
here.
She's gonna be somebody that sets up. She's gonna help set up the Thunderbolts. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with it. And I've been telling
You think they're
everybody.
gonna break Zemo out of Wakanda or something?
raft.
Well, they already said that they dropping Zemo off at the Raft.
Right.
The Raft.
Oh, he's going to the
Oh, my-
raft.
Yeah, even my
Yeah.
girlfriend, like, "What's
Oh.
that?" And I was like, "Oh, well, the raft is a super-powered prison."
Hey, exactly. And it's like there's no reason that you just name drop. Oh, we're dropping them at the Raft.
Yeah.
And you're not doing
That's the first time we've heard that, right?
No,
Isn't-
that's not
isn't
the
that where
first time we've
Abomination
heard
is,
of
too?
that.
First thing. Yeah, I think Abomination at the Raft as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
has it not been mentioned in a while though?
No, it has not.
Yeah, I don't think it.
Okay, so that's why, because I was like,
Yeah.
my ears.
Yeah,
Hey,
you ears
I
I remember
perked
they
up when
brought
you
it up
heard
in
that.
Agents
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Shield,
yeah.
but I don't know about the movies.
Mhm.
Again,
Yes,
fuck
they
that
did reference it a couple times in Agents of Shield.
Yeah, they bring it up. They
But
brought
that was
it up
because
in
they
the
were
movie,
doing
but
like the
just
whole
forget.
Monster of the Week, like the first season.
Oh,
That
speaking
first-
of monsters of the week, what did you guys think of the Reaniman in Invincible?
The what?
The machine.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they were okay. I kind of didn't like really dig them.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean,
He
cut
did a
out.
hard fucking right into Invincible, just like
I know, right? Hold on, let's pick one.
Have you seen that meme about the car swerving off the highway?
Because we still got lots of talk on the
my man's wanted to talk about Invincible so
He
bad.
really good.
That wasn't even a segue, bro. That was a
Yeah.
That's that meme hard, bro.
But like, I also enjoyed the fact that even though John Walker has lost the shield and lost Captain America, like they didn't make him go full villain. And
yeah,
it's like, isn't a full
yeah, that meme.
yeah. But it's like, yeah, he isn't a full villain, and it's like, I also like the quote when he says, you know, y'all kicking me out, but y'all made me. This is who y'all
Yeah.
made me to be. Y'all, the only
That-
reason they
yeah.
kicked him out is because he got caught. It's
Yep.
not, they don't care that he killed somebody. It's because
Yeah.
he got caught.
This is
The
where
lady
me
even
and-
says that,
me and
where she's
Dan
like-
talk about from being in the military, like where that shit is so real. Of like,
Yeah.
hey, you're gonna, you know,
It's
Yeah.
so fucked up.
You're
They,
gonna
like,
see some
suspended
shit
him
that you
without-
can't say some
without
shit about.
pay. Like no pay, no benefits. I'm like, dang.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, bro.
And they said consider yourself lucky. Cause he could have been
and-
court-martialed. That's not a court-martialed. He could have been court-martialed and thrown in military prison.
Yeah, which is
And
worse than.
that's a whole new level of
But like I
fuckery.
said before,
And
Hey,
maybe
not
in the
before-
because he was a super soldier.
he been good.
Right?
They would have never said nothing. It was just that he was on the national stage when he got caught. That's why they had to do that
Mhm.
whole thing, show and dance of taking away
Yeah.
Captain America.
The dog and pony show.
Mm-hmm.
They took away his cap shield, and they're gonna give him another shield.
Mm,
Well, he's gonna make.
Speaking
he
of,
made it all.
what is that
Did you
shield
watch
made
that?
out of?
vibranium.
Yeah, but vibranium only belongs to
Is it
Wakanda.
vibranium?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but did
That's
you watch that, Brandon? Did you see it
Yeah.
in the credits?
Oh no, there's a post-credit scene.
He's building the
swear,
shield. He's building the shield.
He's
Motherfucker.
building his own.
Where is these post-credit scenes that you're seeing this? Because
one person, tell me what the post-credit scene is.
It's the new Cap building his shield. That's
John
basically
Walker.
what it is. Yeah,
What?
he's
Yeah.
building his own shield.
bro,
Fuck, I didn't see
listen,
that.
I scrolled to the end. What the fuck are you guys seeing?
Nigga,
Yeah.
hold on. What the?
Because when I skip the credits, I'm going by like 10 seconds. I'm going seconds by
So,
seconds.
like, I'm going forward and watching
It's
the like
4
the screen
seconds. That's why I'm not seeing these fucking post credit.
Hold up. Wait, it's supposed,
Like I'm getting legit aggravated,
This is
bro.
the first one for this show. This is the first one.
Okay,
Hold
This
on.
is the first one in this show.
I was about to
They
get
were-
really tight.
Yeah, 'cause I skipped the credits like 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds.
Yeah, dude, I was doing the same thing. I was just like post credit, post
I
credit, post
haven't
credit.
done it for any other episode, but I feel like this episode
for everyone.
Exactly, Deshaun. Because I was like,
What
I was
happened?
like, you know what? Let me just make sure. Let me scroll
Yeah.
forward.
I'd never checked before this episode, but I was like, yeah, this episode's definitely got one.
Bro,
Yeah.
what you mean, dude?
Hold on.
Just scroll. There ain't nothing.
There is something. I saw it. He's building the shield. He's spray painting it and everything.
Where? I need markers. I need timestamps.
Is it like
I-
minus
Before you get
5?
to- It's before you get to the black credit. It's right before you get to the black credit.
So, is it before?
It's the credits where you see like
Oh, I
all
see,
the
I
like,
see, I see.
animation.
Dan, 5440.
Bro. All right, hold on.
It's so short. You can
You
honestly watch it
fucking
right
kidding
now.
me?
Honestly, 5418. 5418.
I'm so upset right now. You have no idea. We're about to fucking do this live, bro. Chill.
It's that short. You can do that and get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You said 5418?
Yep, 5418.
Oh my god.
I'm watching it through my reflection.
Bro, 5417.
Oh shit, bro.
Wow, how did I miss this?
Yeah, how the fuck did I not see this? Oh, he puts his Medal of Honor into it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Dude, I'm watching this live.
Oh, what's he spray painting?
Goddamn.
Red? Okay. I told you so. I didn't even know. See, I didn't even know that was there. What I said, they took.
But
away
it's not
shit
gonna be
from
made of
the-
vibranium.
Where did he give
No,
vibranium
it's
from?
not. No, it's not vibranium. It's not
Yeah.
getting-
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't
It's-
seem like it.
Wow.
Like, in the comic, like I'm currently reading U.S. Agent in the comic,
This
and
motherfucker's
he just makes his own fucking shields, and they're like fucking disposable and nothing like Captain America.
It'd be
Yeah,
cool
it's
if,
probably just like government funded
Yeah.
type shit kind of thing. Like,
Yeah,
probably
it'd be
this is
cool
like
if,
the proto one.
they were like it's made out of adamantium, just out of nowhere.
No.
Yeah, you have to get some adamantium. Is an
Listen, I was gonna say,
rare metal.
But
metal.
This is
and
so
that's what
speaking
ties
of
the X-Men
vibranium,
universe in. Chill.
But what if instead of the lady it was like Stryker?
Wait, what?
Like
Aw.
make your shit out of adamantium.
Like, it's gonna be
You
dope
wanna-
having a
You want to
Panther.
fight the Captain America? You have to make adamantium.
But my thing is, I'm surprised he's doing the Star because
Yeah, I was
well,
surprised.
maybe they'll get there because in the comic books he has U.S. Agent on his he has U.S. on his shit.
Mhm.
Or whatever.
I mean, again, this is the first Shield, right? So this is
Yeah, once the show gets
One.
trashed, he'll get another one that has U.S. Yeah.
he's not
Like I
government
said-
funded. Yet. This is Iron Man making his shield in the fucking garage. That's what that is essentially. He's making his first suit by himself.
Oh yeah, when he made the first suit in the cave.
He built the
Yeah, like,
suit
he's making-
in
he's
a
making his first
cave
suit.
A box of scraps.
with a box of scraps.
Hey, y'all remember I was telling y'all-
Tony Stark.
You remember what I was telling y'all last week about like how people are like, oh, he's evil. You know, he killed this person. And I said like, the fact of the matter is, if you're the family member of Battlestar, you're going to feel like, oh, what he did is like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Mm.
And his family, even though he's
It's the whole
technically
Trump thing. Right? It's like, no, what he's doing is right. Yeah, fuck him all.
But then it's like, it's the
Fuck
thing
around.
of, if you're the family member of these people that this group of killed, what John Walker did is not evil. So when he comes to the family of Battlestar and they're like, is he the guy who killed him? Like, they're like okay with him killing that guy because he
Yeah.
killed Battlestar.
Yeah.
But I mean, he technically didn't, and he was lying. Like John Walker technically lying to them because Carly's the one who technically killed
Yeah.
Right.
Battlestar. That's why you can see that he's not he doesn't feel complete because he needs Charlie to die, because he needs to get revenge for Battle.
By the way, how awesome was that montage of him training to be Captain America?
Oh
Sam,
my
That was
god,
bad.
that was
Yeah.
yeah.
when he was
that
doing
dope.
flips and stuff, I was like,
That was
My
dope.
girlfriend turned to me and she was like, she's like, I don't get it. I was like, he's Captain America now.
Yeah.
Like, this is like basically right after he gave Bucky his little speech where he was like, "You need to crawl out of hell." I was like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
this is the birth of."
It was a Captain America type speech,
The
right?
birth
Yeah,
of
yeah.
I
Captain
heard
America.
like straight up when he's like, when Bucky's like, there's about a dozen people I
Because-
traumatized, and then
yeah,
he's like,
because what is
just do one. I was like, oh, that
That's-
was like Steve
because
Rogers.
that's
quote
what
right
he
there.
is, right? Sam is a veteran, like a PTSD speaker to veterans, right? And like he's taking on the world's worst PTSD veteran, and he's going to make him better, and that's a Captain America task of cleansing Bucky, and that's only something that Sam can do, and that's only something that Captain can do because Bucky needs Cap.
And
So-
it makes sense that he's asking about the nightmares because it's like, yeah, he's cleansed of that brainwashing, but he's not cleansed of those, those nightmares, the PTSD of the things that he's done. So it makes sense that, Bucky would be, that he would have this chemistry with someone who's like there to actually fucking help him and shit like that. Like, it's just, yeah, bro.
They
And
need
I
to
like that, like,
fucking around and like
where-
just admit they're friends. Like, just
Like,
admit it.
They're not.
I
they're
mean,
not,
they I feel
They're
like
not friends.
they got
They're
the
not
closest they ever will this episode. Like,
they're not friends though. You know what I mean? Like they're.
yeah, like,
It's more than that. Like it's a weird like candy like they're just but like I don't know. It's
Bro, they're building
like-
boats together. They're having drinks together. They're going.
Yeah,
I
to
like
the
the fact that Bucky said that me and Steve,
get that.
because Bucky knew that Steve was going to leave. He knew that. So when he was like, when me and Steve never like knew. We never like knew basically what it would be, giving a black man a shield. Like they didn't realize, what comes with that, and why, why Sam would be hesitant to have this shit. Because it's so much more to him than it is, it's a bigger thing for a black man to be Captain America than even, Bucky and Steve would even realize because they are white. They're two white men. They don't know.
1940.
Exactly.
right.
They don't know what comes with that. Or whatever.
Yeah, it's a
That's
different.
why Sam. Exactly. That's why Sam would be hesitant all the time. It's like, they don't know like the responsibility that comes with it.
I wouldn't be surprised if the black guy in the first Avenger movie was the first black guy they ever even breathed the same air as.
No, I mean they went to war with black guys. They were both
Really?
in the military, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, was Steve wasn't in the military though to start the movie
Yep, he
off.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was like in the
joining
military.
the army.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like before he gets the serum and stuff.
Yeah, he went to basic training and everything. That was the first
I
Captain America. The
I
first.
thought he
Avenger.
was just a guy
No,
the whole
he
time.
he was like
was in
mad
basic
small.
You remember when he jumped on a bomb, like, and they referenced like him jumping
I'm
on
talking
a
about
bomb?
before that, like when he gets beat up in the beginning of the movie in the alley, like when he's in the theater. I didn't know he was in the military then. Like to
No,
No,
see-
he wasn't. But neither him nor Bucky had signed up yet. Bucky had
was.
just signed up, and
Yeah,
he
that's what I'm
rescues
saying.
him
Like,
while he was
once
still
they
in
got
uniform.
into the military
Yeah,
and met that black guy,
He
I
had
was like,
used up his identities in every single borough of New York trying to go. So they were like on his sixth identity, and
yeah,
he's
that's
like,
what I was saying. I was saying, like that was probably their first time even like being around a black guy was when they got in the military.
Right.
oh, well, no, they're from New York, bro. They're from fucking Brooklyn. They've seen black niggas, like people in the north. They're not from Southern America. These guys are New Yorkers. Like New York has always been a safe haven for black folk.
I'm not safe haven.
I
Safe
would say,
haven
I wouldn't
was
say
strong.
always. Yeah.
It was
And safe-
1940.
Yeah. Stop and frisk, bro. Chill.
Safe
You guys
haven
will know more
is
than me.
strong.
Okay.
It was better than the South. safe haven is strong, bro. Yeah.
I mean, would you not say that not getting lynched on site is a safe haven?
Safer.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'd rather take a, hey, Blackie, get out of here as soon as you're finished doing what you're doing instead of just a full stop.
Well, of course, when you look at it like that, but you still had shit. Yeah, it's still safe haven strong, but yeah, it was a lot better than South.
Have y'all seen that Lovecraft Country on HBO?
No, I want to watch it.
I'm behind on it.
But see, and here's the thing: is I got into it.
Black show. That's a very. What's it like to be in 1960s Alabama hunting fucking monsters?
It's funny because like one of my former coworkers, she started watching that show, that one show that I thought was like a spin-off.
I heard it was bad.
Oh, is that the Amazon show?
Yeah, I didn't hear it was bad. All I heard was like, yo, I'm tired of Hollywood and TV shows profiting off of like just stories about black torment. Like I'm so
exactly.
Black struggle, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. They're making everything about it's they're killing black people on the streets and then they're making money off of them on the screen.
I would say though that Lovecraft County, I would give that more of. I think they do it better, though. And like you say, it's still a supernatural element that's involved in the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
it's very strange to make a show that's called Lovecraft Country when Lovecraft himself was a notorious racist.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my god.
I think they said something like that.
I would hope they address it. Because if they don't, that is a huge opportunity.
Like there was ghosts who, like there was this one haunted house of like black ghosts who were murdered by this white doctor. Mm-hmm. But these black ghosts wound up killing these racist white guys who like invaded the house and shit like that. And so it's different stuff like that that happens in the show. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good show, but I'm like 3 episodes behind. I never finished it.
Yeah. It's no, this whole blackwashing thing that's happening needs to also stop too. Like
I agree.
I don't want to say blackwashing because it's more of like.
Would Watchmen have been good if they weren't black?
What you mean?
Well, you know what I mean. Well, that show would work if it wasn't a black guy walking across the pool.
I think it definitely hit a lot harder because it had social commentary to it, but that's not necessarily.
How would they do the? What was his name?
Dr. Manhattan still is a white guy. He just chose to look like a black guy.
Yeah.
So he blackwashed himself.
But I think
he did the ultimate blackface.
Exactly. I mean, we can be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing, he came down to Earth as a black dude and was like, "I want to show you the struggle of a black man."
But I think the point was
fucking insane.
Yeah.
No, but I'm gonna tell you where Watchmen did it like correctly, like what is it? Hooded Justice, like that whole storyline to where like.
Yeah, but they didn't. They wrote it that way, right? Like because he was a hooded character, and like they could be like, oh well, what if he was black? Like, yeah, damn, that's a really cool story, but like that's just dope fanfic. You know what I mean? Like, it could. What if he was an alien? What if he was a Martian? Like,
here's the thing. I don't think you can say it's dope fanfic because you never actually see who Hooded Justice is in the comics. So like, is it really? You can really.
That's like it's like it's. Is it the sequel I wanted? No. Was it a good? What like? Did it build upon the lore? Yeah. Like it gave us finally the giant squid. Like it was like okay, cool. Like this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, But that's what I mean. Like that whole premise was done off of the fact that there was a character that we never saw because it's literally Hooded Justice, and then they just wrote him to be this black character, and it's like.
But here's my thing about this. Watchmen is also another comic that, it's a political comic as well. There's always has been a political comic, and
it's more on superheroes themselves, right? Where it's like, listen, these guys, like, it's literally on, like, yo, these old guys from the 40s, what I said, are like these racist fucking crackpots who will smack your ass and be like, hey, babe, want to fucking get felt up? Because, hey, it's the 50s, babe. Man. Like, like, why are you worshiping? Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't really put Watchmen in a blackwashing category. I wouldn't really put it there.
Like,
It's an original story. It's an original story, you know, built on the.
it's fucking dope. Like when they got to that turn and there was that black and white episode, I was like, holy fuck! I was like, shit! Like, damn, this is cool. I was along for the ride, but it was also like I recognized as a critic. I was like, damn! Like they're just really ham-fisting it to just be like, hey, here's another piece of like.
And see, my thing is, I don't agree that it was ham-fisted at all. It was actually well done. Actually.
I mean, yeah, but like in my mind's eye, like when I make a character, I'm not being like, oh, it's gonna be a black dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just writing that story. The screenplay had to be, oh, Hooded Justice is black, so we need to find a black person instead of it being like.
But again, I don't think it felt ham-fisted. I felt like that was actually a dope story.
Maybe that was bad wording.
Yeah, I don't think it was ham-fisted at all. I think it was definitely a dope storyline, especially because you're kind of finding out along with the people.
I said the same thing. I literally just said it was dope, and I was along for like that shit was fire.
Yeah,
but
no, I wouldn't agree with critics on that if they were against that whole, because it was I wouldn't really agree with like any criticism against that, just because they chose to go away with it. That it isn't like
definitely it worked. That's what I'm saying. Like it didn't feel trite. It didn't feel like, but it was just like.
I think that goes back to what I said earlier, where I don't think about things like that like as I'm watching it. I just take it like as it is. Yeah. And if I think about it like as it is, I don't think about like, oh, he's black. So.
Like, I mean, but that's on an as it is basis. It's he's a black guy that got wronged for being black, and that's why he had to put on a mask.
I didn't feel any way about it though. Like, I'm just like, okay, that's the story.
I mean, but like it makes me feel angry on two parts, right? Because it's like, fuck, like that sucks that he has to put on the hood because he's black and they won't accept him as like it's the same shit. But then I don't know. I'm on two sides of it. Where it's like,
I get what you're trying to say, though. I get what you're saying.
At the end of the day, isn't that the point?
Yeah, and like that's what I'm saying. Like
that was the point of the show. Yeah, it was kind of like
it's to make you think about it. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
but
that was
they still blackwashed a blue superhero, which
he's blue. Who the fuck cares, bro?
He's white,
like,
actually.
Bro, in the comic and in the movie, he was walking with his whole cock out.
I do. I have it tattooed.
Like his dick was just flapping around.
I saw
the
that
movie,
when you
like...
first showed us.
I mean, I guess that's what makes it powerful too when you talk about racial diversity. Because I'm a black dude that has this fucking thing tattooed on me, and I'm like, there you go. They finally got in my skin color. So, for those who can't see it, it's a Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
My man's got a Dr.
I'm about to say, oh, you were scared to put it on your forehead?
It's either people.
Like, I want to get a job, so
people are like, is that a boob? Or.
All right, so before we move on to Invincible, I just want to ask, are you guys excited for Loki at all?
Oh, 1,000. If you didn't get hyped after that last
it's a very different show than I thought it was going to be, but it looks insane. I'm for it.
When they got announced, I was like, they're gonna have to show me, like, they're gonna have to give me a reason to care about this, and I think the trailer.
I know absolutely zilch about the show, and I'm 100% for it.
Exactly what both these people are saying. Exactly what.
It's like there's nothing like, when we had Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I could see like from trailers and stuff I can see like certain things from the comic book. Oh, they're pulling from this, or they're pulling from that. Loki, I have no fucking clue where they're going with it, at all.
I'm going in with the blinders on. I've got fucking Twitter blocking all my, all the Loki bullshit.
They're gonna do something multiverse because just looking at the logo of the show, like how every letter is like a
Of
different
course,
style.
they talk about it. They talk about multiverse in the trailer, so of course it's gonna be multiverse.
I haven't watched the full trailer. I don't really watch trailers anymore.
I
It's like
watched the
know I'm
first
gonna
trailer.
watch
That's
whole-
it.
That's this whole new arc of Marvel is all about like like just multiplicity. You know what I mean? Like different versions of things. Like now we're getting sidekicks. We saw the last episode in this episode of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. He's like, "What are you gonna do with these wings?" He's like, "I don't know, man. They're yours." Like, you know what I mean? That's official confirmation that there's a new Falcon.
And I'm giving y'all a prediction right now. At the end of the episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, the last episode, we're going to get a hint at Patriot. Because I feel like what's going to happen is Isaiah Bradley and his grandson are going to be watching the news where Sam is the new Captain America, and they're going to say something that's going to hint at Eli being Patriot. Because Eli,
he's probably going to give him something. He's probably going to be like, "Here you go. This is
They
part
keep
of
giving
being."
him screen time too.
Mhm.
Like even though it's just like one line here and there, they keep showing him in the show.
Right.
Yeah. It's gonna be some after credit shit where he's talking to his grandfather or something like that, and
I
yeah,
can
it's
see
gonna hit at him being Patriot.
Yeah, like
That's
this whole new slew of stuff is basically diversifying the cast, bro. It's because for 10 years it's been white guys. It's been Chris Hemsworth, Tony. It's just been 4 fucking a white girl and 5 white dudes.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you what
That's
I
it.
enjoy about it, and what I enjoy about it is back to the thing of they're using the diverse characters. The characters are actually diverse. They're using them. They're not just going to this
Yeah.
character now black, this character now.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a checklist.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
these
like,
are
here,
the
we're gonna get to storylines that actually involve these characters, so we can authentically use them.
exactly. Joaquin Torres is
With the Thunderbolts, you'll find out. Like, I don't know who the fuck they are, but I'm gonna find
just
out.
like
I'm like,
speaking of Thunderbolts, Ghost and
oh, I gotta use the restroom, sorry.
yeah, Ghost and the Ant-Man and Wasp. You never know who Ghost is in the comic books. You never know like the actual identity of Ghost. So when they make Ghost a black female and Ant-Man and the Wasp, you can kind of get away with that because you never know Ghost's real identity in the comic. So you can kind of get away with making him a female, or making it a female character. So
Is Ghost male in the comic, or we don't know that either?
I think he's supposed to be male, but we don't really know his race or any of that shit. Because I mean, as a reader, you can't read his, you can't hear his actual voice in the comic books either. So, as he never like you see her take off the mask in the show, but he never takes any of his costume off in the comic book. So, as I'm like, all this is leading up to Thunderbolts, and that's what Val coming through. Now, like that's confirmation that U.S. Agent's gonna be in the Thunderbolts. That's confirmation that he's gonna be in the Thunderbolts.
Who else is in Thunderbolts besides Zemo, Ghost, maybe Walker?
It's been Thunderbolts has been different cast. It's been a different characters in comics.
I've been told they're basically like the Suicide Squad of the Marvel universe.
Yeah. And the Suicide Squad has had different casts as well too.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's basically just villains for whatever purpose you need them to use them for.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like Taskmaster was a Thunderbolt at one point, so they
which
can
is kind of cool. That's kind of dope. So it's Thunderbolt Ross.
He is showing up in Black Widow, so.
Mm-hmm. I've been saying that they setting up the Thunderbolts, man.
Do you think this I don't know her name in the movie, but the new girl is gonna be the new Black Widow, or that's what I've heard.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
And this chick is definitely gonna be Taskmaster. Taskmaster is a female.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Are you thinking? No, Yelena. She's just Black Widow.
No. Either the black-haired from whatever, I don't know her name. Point being, I don't want to point fingers at which actress, but it's going to be Taskmaster's female. and that's why they haven't said who's playing Taskmaster.
Mm.
You think they casted a female for Task?
Yeah. I think Black Widow is going to be like their predominant, like their first, like every major hitter in that movie is going to be female.
I mean, they got Red Guardian in there. He's a male or whatever. But
I mean, but I think he's just going to play.
And that's
like,
David Harbour, right?
I think he's going to play a very small role. You know,
but I don't know. I doubt they're gonna make Taskmaster a female, but who knows?
I mean, because Taskmaster could just be like, you know, the same thing of like a title, right? Where it's like a thing that's passed on. Nah? Okay.
It's an actual Taskmaster now. It's just.
So hold on. So then I'm gonna ask you, what's like what gives him the ability to just copy everyone's shit? Is it just?
I forget. Shit. I forget it. Honestly.
Like, because no one's ever he just shows up and he's like, okay, and I've just accepted it. But like, okay, this is what he.
Yeah, he can copy everybody's.
Yeah, like everyone just says he could do it, but no one's ever shown me how.
Yeah, it's one of his abilities, but I forget how he does it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So it's like we've never really seen him. He's just a skull. Like it could be a girl.
Because of China. We can't get the skull because of China, bro.
I wouldn't want him to be female. I honestly wouldn't.
Oh.
I wouldn't care if Taskmaster was.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Either way, honestly, like I'm either way.
Taskmaster,
just give me fucking Taskmaster, please.
Taskmaster's person to copy your abilities.
Yeah. Doesn't need to be a man or woman. Doesn't need
because
to be
now,
black, white, Hispanic, Asian.
Modern times, women can serve in combat, so it could be.
I mean, no, I have no like Ghost. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ghost in the comic books is supposed to be a male, but they made it a female, and I was okay with that. It's just, yeah, I personally just don't want Taskmaster to be female. That's just personal. I mean, I'll deal with it if it is. You know,
yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, oh my god.
I'm saying that's what I think.
Like how they ruined Marvel. Jeez, they
I just
made
think
her a woman.
That's if I could put out my prediction now. That I'm telling you, I think Taskmaster is going to be a chick.
It could be.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, I would not be either. That's what I'm expecting. Yeah. That's what I've been thinking since the first trailer popped. I was like, oh, that's the fucking.
And
shit.
last thing before we move on to Invincible, I finally got Dracula excited for Moon Knight after seeing the Oscar Isaac video.
Bro, listen, hold on.
Is it the video of him training?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That.
You needed to. You wasn't excited about it before?
No, bro, I was not.
Yeah,
was not.
It's Marvel Batman with a personality.
See? Okay. See what I'm saying? Because they were saying, no, it's not Marvel Batman. Like, bro.
He's a nutcase, bro.
So is Bruce Wayne. He dresses like a fucking bat.
I would call more. I mean, I guess aesthetically, you could say he's Marvel Batman. Aesthetically. We can say aesthetically, you can say Marvel Batman. But somebody who's more on the same. Somebody who I would think is more of a Marvel Batman would be either Black Panther or Daredevil. They fall in more Marvel Batman.
Yeah, he's like a.
Well, he's not like Daredevil because Daredevil.
He's like a Damian Wayne. He's like Damian Wayne if he was a fucking. I don't know.
I mean, more not their backstory because Daredevil is.
I'm saying like personality, like just being a fucking psychopath who wants to murder people and punch in the face.
Moon Knight is fucking insane, and I want them to go full crazy.
I was reading a comic where it was they were agreeing to kill or they were trying to kill Kingpin. It was Moon Knight, Daredevil, Shang-Chi, Iron Fist, and Spider-Man. And their plan was to send Moon Knight in as a alternate superhero, like not Moon Knight, but like his own thing. And he got so wrapped up in playing a different role that it became his personality. And he actually started hunting down the people who sent them in. So they were gonna send him in to pretend to be Kingpin's bodyguard, and he got so wrapped up that he actually became Kingpin's bodyguard.
Is that how Mr. Knight was
He Donnie Brasco himself. Like, god damn.
Is that how what?
That can't be how Mr. I was about to say that can't be how Mr. Knight was created.
No, he was Ronin. He called himself Ronin.
Oh, he became Ronin.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't read that one. Ronin was originally Echo. Echo's going to be in and Hawkeye. She's gonna be Hawkeye. Ronan was Echo, and then Clint became Ronan, like we saw in Endgame or whatever.
Yeah.
And Blade was Ronan for a minute. And I guess Moon Knight was Ronan as well. I didn't know
This
that.
is why, like, yeah, that's why I hate when you go to Wikipedia and it's like you look up a hero and it's like, who's been this person? It's like, everybody. Everybody. Yeah, who's been Spider-Man? Yeah, depends which comic you read.
Ben Riley.
Oh yeah,
Miles Morales.
Ben Riley, Kane. Yeah.
I fucking hate Clone Saga Spider-Man. By the way, any version of Clone Saga, I fucking hate it.
Again, isn't this a bullshit part of reading again, bro? Let's talk about the true blue and yellow comic.
Oh yeah, so I'm finally caught up. What was the latest episode? So I could know exactly what they talk about.
Oh,
Of Invincible.
this episode is when they went to the college.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, with the
And then-
crazy guy.
With Rick and Morty.
Yeah. But
Justin Roiland.
yeah, I really like it a
jeez,
lot.
Rick.
Oh, that was a good one.
I was so fucking scared for when the guy found out that that Omni-Man killed some people. I'm like, is Omni-Man
You
going
talking
to
about
kill
for
him?
the costume guy?
Yeah, see, I'm so excited.
I thought like when he was handing him the beer,
Fucking
and he was gonna like bash his head in with the beer or something.
Dude.
I'm like, is this guy about to die? Is this it for him? Like, but let's
That's
talk
the
about
one thing you gotta. Huh?
let's talk about our last week episode though. When Battle Beast beat the shit out of everyone. Oh my god.
Okay, so what? Why do you guys think? Why didn't Omni-Man help?
Why did he
Because he
die?
wants all the heroes dead. I don't know.
Doesn't he want them dead?
Yeah, he knows
But I
his
think
son's gonna
also-
make it, but he's like, fuck everybody else.
Also, I think it's because I think maybe it's one of those saying. I don't know what Viltrumite like how their physiological like how their body works, but maybe it's the sand thing of them getting beat the shit out of makes them stronger. So maybe that's the reason that he let his son get like beaten to the point of almost death because it will make him stronger.
Yeah.
Word.
Like a sand
Word.
shit. I don't know.
That
But
nigga-
like.
He knows. He has to know, cause he listen. There's been times when he fucked his own son up, like sparring with him. Like that's when you know, like, no, that's a real ass dad. Like,
I mean,
he's
yeah,
gonna let
like, that's-
you go off and do your own thing.
That's when I took where I was like, this is some. I think I even mentioned on the podcast. I was like, this is some like Spartan ass, like they're
Yeah.
He's not just like, oh, okay, son, you're a superhero. Let me walk you into it. He's like, jump in the deep end. I dare
yeah,
you.
exactly. Yeah, like drown for a second.
Yeah.
But I think for Omni-Man, the less heroes on Earth, the better for him. So I think he's gonna always like want to.
Why?
Because he's coming in his people are coming in to conquer the planet. That's what I'm.
When he was telling the story, like we go to help planets, I was like, yeah, no, you guys conquer those planets.
Mm-hmm.
What did I call him? Like the Hitler or whatever. the fuck?
It sounds way too clean.
Right. I mean,
And, like,
just look at his
every-
name, Omni-Man.
He did not want to go to Mars, like, because he wants to be on Earth. Like, he wants to be on Earth. He doesn't want to leave Earth.
What about that?
I'm thinking he's more of. I'm thinking the Viltrumites they send representatives for their race to each of these planets, and these representatives are going to be the ones that, almost like the governors of these planets for the Viltrumites. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking they're going with this. That's why he would want as many heroes going from this planet as possible.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want there to be any fucking heroes here.
Yeah, the less the
But-
better.
Yeah, but Battle Beast is going to give this man some work. It's the way he is fucking up these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see,
It's like-
because Battle
And I
Beast
think-
is AWOL this episode.
I think that's why Omni-Man helped against the invading aliens, but not against like Battle Beast, because the aliens were threatening like his planet.
Mm.
Exactly. And Battle Beast is just around to fuck people up. He just wants to fight people.
And like this is what I mean by like that monster of the week thing, because it's always seems to be like there's just like one like last week was just like those villains, like they had to fight them villains. This week was these machine guys. Shit's fucking crazy.
By the way, my favorite character has been Robot. To be honest,
Why?
there's just something about him. I just like him.
Nah,
I
Robot's
don't know what his deal is yet. I'm suspect of him. I don't know what his deal is.
I think he just wants to be a human.
Really?
That's what I think.
So you
Because
think
they're
that's
like
what
always
Spy
talking
is?
about like, "Oh, you can't feel anything. You're a robot," and he's just gonna
Do you
become
think that's
human.
what the body is in the tank?
Maybe. Yeah. That's my first thought.
Can y'all refresh me on who the Immortal is?
The immortal.
So, from a little bit of the comics backstory, he's Abraham Lincoln, if that makes it any easier.
Wait, well, where was he in the show? What
Who was
episode
in
is
that?
that?
Yeah, who was he in the show? Because I'm blanking.
He's basically like Superman in the Guardians of the Globe.
I mean, like
He's the guy.
specifically. Oh,
he's
he
the
was
guy
the
in the-
guy who died, right?
Oh, you guys are talking about the post-credit scene, right, with the kids digging up the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Immortal is the dude with the blue and gold suit.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's like their Superman basically.
Yo, what about the mummy thing? Well, they were like in Egypt or some sort of like desert. They went into that tomb, and some guy like went in and opened the sarcophagus, and then
No, I just think again that was just some,
what was that about? Like nothing happened.
yeah. I think that was just a way to just start the show.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
Well-
that was gonna be like a villain or something, but they just close it off and move
Yeah,
on.
yeah. That was
Last episode, what was the rock? What's the rock guy name? I forget what's his name.
I forget. I just call him Luke Cage. You talking about that guy?
fucking is it?
But I enjoyed at the end of the episode, like this all went to his plan. Like he's like,
And Omni Man was telling him.
but it was less of a setup and more of a using them to his advantage. He didn't set them up or whatever. It was just that he used them to his advantage.
Wait,
Yeah, that's what Omni Man said. He's just using him.
I will say in the comics, it's a lot more altruistic. Like from the get, he's like, "Yo, I'm trying to like get rid of this guy." But yeah, it is still to be the kingpin of the underworld. So
Mhm.
He reminded me of Black Mask, Machine Head. I think that was his name.
yeah,
Yeah, that's it. I got Black Mask vibes from him as well.
Right.
I got that vibes.
Like that. What's
whoever they're supposed to remind you of, that's who it is. It's literally like this is like a Chinese ripoff of American comics. It's fucking nuts.
It was just funny. Like Battle Beast comes in, he fucks everybody up, and then he just kind of leaves because he's like, "Yo, this is y'all are weak. I'm done." Like,
he just dips out. He's like, yeah, fuck y'all. This is some old bullshit.
I
So
can't
what do
hear the
you guys
fucking
think
like,
that they're using the Immortal's body for then?
What you think? I don't know. Maybe they're gonna. I don't know.
I mean,
See,
what's the
yeah,
point of
that's-
showing the kids saying all what they're saying if, granted, they were like, don't believe what you read on the internet, but it's like, of course they're gonna say that because they want it for the same reason those kids want it. Why would they show those kids saying
Wait,
that?
quick question. That kid, one of the kid was the son of the guy from the very first like scene of episode 1, right?
You talking about the security guard?
Yeah. Was it him?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh shit! If that is, bro, that's a
I
real.
think- Because I think
right,
in the
yeah.
later episode he like meets up with like his stepson and he's like,
I don't know. It's the same guy.
it's like you finally called me dad or something.
Yeah,
I
I
believe
remember.
it's
I
the-
know
I
the
believe
kid
it's
you're
that
talking
guy.
about. I do not know. I'd have to go and watch the first episode again.
I
Yeah, I
binge
don't know.
watched it, so it was like still fresh in my mind when I saw it.
Granted, all I know is that knowing what comes from the comics, the next episode is because we only have 2 episodes left, right? So either the next episode is going to be hype as fuck, and we're going to have a very interesting talk next Sunday, or we're going to be talking about the other because Mars. Because if you don't remember,
The squid things.
yeah, there's
Weird thing, yeah.
there's a one coming back, you know. So
Yeah, whoa,
And that was
'cause-
dumb to me. I'm like, why not? Why the fuck would you not had them like go through quarantine after doing all this? Like, why the fuck-
examinations and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why would you just let them back? Exactly. Like, why the fuck would you just after you heard like he told you this whole story? Why didn't go? Hey, how about we quarantine ourselves to make sure we're all okay? Like,
Yeah.
what? It makes no sense. But
I don't know.
yeah, and the black guy got his powers back. I'm guessing that's why he was
Yeah,
raised.
I think that's when he got hit with the defibrillators. I think that's definitely what happened.
Yeah. What was his powers before though? Did they ever tell us that?
I don't think they ever said.
So this is I privately messaged, or I think it was yesterday when we were playing Warzone. I was like, yeah, this last episode to me, like, even though I personally love this show, it definitely felt like the weakest. Because
It is.
it took what was like plot lines weaved throughout, like this is stuff that happens so early in the fucking book. You know what I mean? Like characters that were introduced, and it just felt like they were just compressed. Like you were here, like Rick is actually supposed to be like their best friend from high school. Like he's like part of their inner circle.
And Rick was like their tour guy, right?
No, not even. It was like the dude that William's banging because they made William gay because William's not gay in the comic. But yeah, it's like so they just like. And this is what I mean, because like Justin Roiland at the beginning, that's actually supposed to be Rick Sheridan who gets abducted from like the bushes or whatever.
So in the comic books, when this happens to him, it's more emotional because we're supposed to be.
We're supposed to know this guy for like it's like this is like a home of ours, you know what I mean? And it's Invincible's been putting because like throughout the entire time, like yeah, he's talking about Rick, but it's not because it's his boyfriend. It's because he's like, hey, Invincible, instead of saving the world, why don't you actually use your powers to like help our homie who's been missing for like weeks? Which is kind of strange why you haven't done that. Like he's our dude. Like you also have a responsibility to like the people around you, like to use your powers for them.
It's kind of what the black guy was telling him.
Yeah, like kind of thing. Like stop looking up, look down, kind of thing. Which is what Omni-Man is. You know, like that's where he's like,
that's beneath you.
Yeah, where
right.
He's always out in fucking space fighting alien. Like I don't know, whatever. And that's also why Eve bounced to go do her thing because she's like, I'm tired of fighting. Like there's like do some good. Anyway, but yeah, it's just that whole thing of like they just shortened everything, compressed everything, and it feels really late for them to be giving you this information, kind of thing. So
the one thing I'll gather from the ending of that. So where the secret agent guy, I forget what his name, with the fucked up face, he was like, "Oh man, these robots really gave you a run for your money." And I sat there like, "You're gonna use this fucking scientist so y'all had somebody to go up against Albert." Like
he's like, "This is twisted." He's like, "Yeah, but we can use this."
That was very Nick Fury-esque, man.
Yeah,
that was my thought because I'm like, "Oh, they giving Invincible some work," and I'm thinking they just regular fucking robots. But they were giving Invincible the work.
Well, I kept saying Invincible keeps getting his ass handed to him, bro. Every episode.
I feel like that's just a joke. Like we're just supposed to laugh at
and
that.
It's not like from what all the like shots and stuff I see from the comic books is Invincible getting his ass whooped.
Yeah,
like, I've seen a bunch of different shots from comic books, and it's all been Invincible like beat the hell.
Yeah, because what's funner than having someone who's invincible but that doesn't know how to fight and constantly gets his ass whooped? Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you have this
again.
Ragdoll.
Last episode, hole in his chest. Like, bro, what?
Yeah, but it's hotness. You know what I mean? Like knowing what's coming, I'm hype as fuck because they got all the pieces in play. Because this last scene is very important because the Mahler twins are.
So you know what's gonna happen. You know how it's gonna end.
Oh, bro, yeah.
You guys definitely Dark Blood's coming back this season.
Awesome, because it's like the first book is they're supposed to be. I don't know how they're doing it. Like if they're gonna have 2 seasons be book 1, or if they're just gonna then do what they did for this episode and shorten like the last 2 arcs. Because either you're gonna meet someone in the next episode, or you're not, and that's gonna define whether, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, like it's either you're gonna meet no more new characters, and we're just gonna ride it out, or there's gonna be one more character that's introduced, which will change everything.
You guys think Darkblood's gonna come back this season?
I think so.
So,
He definitely left that book in the closet, so he's like still in play.
I was scared that.
Brandon looks like he's itching to say something, and I'm like, bro, if it's spoiler territory, please don't.
I was scared Omni-Man was gonna kill his wife, man. And she like,
he's literally no. So in the comic book, he's in the comic for one page, and
Who, Darkblood?
yeah, and he comes in and he's like, yeah, I'm a detective, like I'm a demon detective, like his whole backstory, and then they're like, the government's basically just like, oh yeah, we already figured out what you're trying to solve, like get out of here, and then that's it.
So this is more of a joke character.
Yeah.
That's so lame.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically what they're doing is they're giving, like, they're just transferring that plot line, I guess, to Debbie to give the wife more. Because literally in the comic book, all she does, every time you see her, she's just passed
Who's
out.
Debbie again?
The mom.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
like, throughout the episodes, she's pouring more in her cup.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Like
And-
she's pouring more and more in her cup every episode.
But at least she's doing something in the show. Like, in the comic book, anytime, like, he
She's
literally,
just
like,
drunk.
he comes home, he opens the door, and it's just her passed out with, like, whiskey bottles everywhere, and he just closes. And, like, that's his home life. It's just
Damn.
him. Yeah. Like, that's it. It's literally just her.
oh, so they weren't a happy family in the book.
No, not like no,
Like at all.
no.
Yeah. Because, like, it felt out of place when he was like, oh, you're just drunk. And she's like, fuck you. It's like, this feels
Yeah.
weird.
No, like she's a crazy alcoholic kind of thing. Like, she doesn't do anything.
Mm.
So,
Interesting.
uh,
Yeah, I didn't know it was only 2 episodes left though, man.
Yeah.
It looks like it's ending too early, man. It's really good though.
yeah, it's
But
fire. I think this was, they were just testing the waters. They were like,
Yeah.
"Who?"
Aren't they doing a live action movie too?
I
Are
fucking
they?
hope. I hope
Yeah,
not.
it's announced, like confirmed.
Are you serious?
They better throw all the money at it. All the money.
I don't get why they would do an animation show and then a movie at the same time.
I mean, it's probably like they probably want to do. Who knows? They probably want to.
Maybe that's why they casted the characters they did as the voice actors. I don't know.
They're saying the movie is going to be separate from.
Oh, that's
the
fucking
show.
stupid.
No, but you can still. But my thing is, the
Yeah.
characters that you casted for them, they can all play their characters in a live action.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be. Yeah, they can all play their characters. Definitely. They all kind of look like the characters that they play.
Oh, man. The movie has Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg.
Oh yeah, Invincible live action movie will exist separate from it.
You guys like really don't pay attention to the credits because Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg have been working on the show.
Yeah,
I
the
never
show
look at
runs.
credits.
Like their brainchild. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I never look at credits. Once the credits pop up,
Yeah.
just like they were the people working on Preacher.
Yeah. Seth Rogen's a huge comic nerd. He's
Huge.
nigga, Green Hornet is a comic.
Yeah.
I forgot about Green. I ain't seen that in years, man.
Yeah.
But the fact that Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg worked on Preacher is an out there comic, makes zero
Assface.
fucking sense.
Assface,
You got a dude named Assface. You like it just everything about it screams off the fucking wall.
It's a comic book that on paper you're like, this can't be made into. It's a comic book about the voice of God. What?
Yeah.
Huh?
But they were able to finagle it into a show. So if they can do that with Preacher, I trust them with whatever they have as far as
Man.
comics.
Seth
are
Rogen's
concerned.
dope too.
This story so far, bro, y'all don't even motherfucking know. I told Dan already. I was like, nigga, I'm light years ahead of what's what.
He's way
Like,
ahead.
I'm gonna read the comics.
He's still in high school, bro.
I'm gonna start reading the comic once the season is over. Then I'm gonna start reading the comic.
Yeah, bro. I highly suggest y'all just drop the $120, cop them digitally, or Comixology, whatever the hell. But
I got Comixology subscription, so I'll just read it.
definitely read this shit if you're a comic book fan, because it's the best comic book story of like, damn, this is what being a superhero is actually like.
Yeah. I've had a Twitter mutual for years that used to always be screaming about read Invincible, read Invincible. He's been yelling it from the rooftops for years, and it's finally a TV show, and he's been telling everybody you should be reading Invincible.
Yeah.
He's been saying it for years.
I only read a few issues like in 2014 after I was like, because I was reading The Walking Dead, and then I saw the author was talking about it. I was like, I'll check it out, but I never got like too deep into it.
No,
and it's crazy how you have he did The Walking Dead, and like he does another comic book that I like called Die Die Die, which is fucking insane.
Wait, is that based on the video game with like the tower?
No.
No, okay.
No, it's Die Die Die, and it's basically it's just this fucked up like spy show where this fucked up spy comic where like it's tons of blood and action, and like it's fucking insane, and I love it. It's by Robert Kirkman.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, if he does and I loved it, he did Walking Dead, I'll enjoy that too. I should have been reading Invincible. It makes sense that I need to get on.
This basically put him on my map of like, now I want to go and like read everything this man has done, because
definitely read
I
Walking
would definitely recommend
Die Die Die. Okay, because it seems like
too,
this
bro.
guy knows how to do worlds. You know what I mean? So it's a world. Like when I'm telling you guys that I haven't watched. Dan, have we played Warzone this week?
Yeah.
When? Yesterday only, right?
Yeah.
Only though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the one day I didn't read Invincible. Like otherwise, I've been working and like I'd come home and read Invincible for hours.
I can definitely attest to the fact that I'm like, yo, you gaming tonight? No response. Take that as a no.
Yeah, niggas. Reading streak. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm just infinite scrolling.
But I'll be that same way too. Chill.
Yeah, man. That's where I'm at. Can't wait for next week. Can't wait to do this again, basically.